It's showtime live on Speed Gaming 3. Welcome this beautiful Friday evening. It's 8 p.m. Eastern Time. It is April 3rd, 2020. Final Fantasy Randomizer. It's the 2020 Spring Tournament, Week 3, Round 3, and a battle of undefeateds. My name is Wickliosis. I am the infectious one, and joining me in the booth today, stronger than a bear, faster than a buck, it's Final Fantasy Randomizer's undefeated, the Hangry Canuck.
Hey, what's going on, peoples?
Thank you, Canuck. Couple undefeateds we got here. Sawneyrath on the left side of your screen, brottster on the right side of your screen. Canuck, the party draft, it's got to be agreed on by players. It's not mandatory as of right now in the 2020 Spring Tournament. These players drafted Canuck. What happened just a few minutes ago?
Well, just a few minutes ago when SRL Sawneyrath kicked us off with a black mage, and then Brott, being his usual self, decided to go black mage, and then without hesitation, Sawny pulled out the thief.
Also joining us on this great show, Avos Ruin. Avos in the background taking care of the tracking. He's got the beer on ice for the Hangry Canuck and myself. This is going to be a great match, Canuck. I'm really excited for it. Two great players. We're going to go through some of their accolades, some of their old world records, and some of their history throughout this show. But right now, we're going to get started here very quickly. Let's take a look at the left side of the screen. Great, classy move from Sawneyrath Canuck. He's named his 4 light warriors of this crazy draft after the crew here. It's Will, Avos, Canuck, and brottster, his opponent himself. Classy move from Sawneyrath.
Yeah, classy move, but I can see Canuck taking a dirt nap real early and for a real long time.
3 black mages and a thief. Canuck, one of the things that's going on here that was talked about for years, back when we actually started in Final Fantasy Randomizer, that was a couple years ago, the thief has been bumped up a little bit here. Hit percentage. A couple other things going on with the thief as well. Do you want to tell the fans just a little bit about that?
Well, yeah, they made the thief a little bit buffier. He actually gets more hits quicker now, so he's not the useless rock or useless thing he used to drag along. He can actually be useful with the right equipment and in the right hands.
He will be the main damage dealer in this match. Once again, 2 undefeateds about to go at it. Sawneyrath on the left side of your screen, brottster on the right side of your screen. Both 2-0, looking to move on to 3-0. We're going to talk about 3-0s a little bit throughout the broadcast as well. But meanwhile, the winner will move on to that bracket, and this is their story. Sawneyrath is out of the gates, and he is headed directly to the Black Magic Shop, just a little bit ahead of brottster. Lightning 2, Quad X, and Lock so far in the Black Magic. We're going to take a look at the White Magic very quickly. Actually, you know what? No, we're not. We don't even need to. We don't have any White Magic casters, Canuck.
Nope, no white magic in this seed.
What are the 3 spells you get here, Canuck? Do you even consider slow?
No, you gotta go Lit 2, Quad X, and Lock.
Lock has been adjusted for Final Fantasy Randomizer. It hits every time on any enemy, and it will lower their evasion status, as Sawneyrath already runs into some Grimps. That's a different encounter number. That's the first encounter of Power Cycle. Brottster's right behind them. Both players headed towards the Temple of Fiends. Do they head directly to Garland? Sawny does not. Picks up 2,000 gold. That's important early, Canuck, having that gold and that money early.
Yeah, definitely, because when you go over to Provocator, you're going to want to have money to buy the level 2 spell.
Sawneyrath is poisoned, honoring Team Poison's sound effects. Brottster heads directly to Garland. He's going to utilize that Quad Axe to try to take him out. There's the Mystic Key. That's loose. That's one of our loose items. We haven't even gotten to it yet. Huge advantage right now for Sawneyrath, the longer that Brott stays away from it. If he can survive, he's poisoned, he's stoned, he's lost brottster. Oh, Sawneyrath, he gets away. Brottster picks up the crown. And what was that, Avos? What do we get? Okay.
I think everybody missed it.
Sawneyrath takes on Garland. Let's see if he can get that Quad X. You know, he's only got Lightning 2. Garland uses Dazzle, and Will's paralyzed. Lightning 2 from Sawneyrath, that's good after 82 damage, though. Sawneyrath is going to rescue Princess Sarah. We're going to find out what those items were. We know Princess Sarah gave the crown. And the King of Canaria hands over the adamant.
And now Brott is not going back to TOFR. So he is not going to have his key. So this gives Sawney a major advantage if he checks the castle chest here.
But Sawneyrath did not. He's got access to the armory of Canaria Castle on 6 chests. He hasn't gone there quite yet. But he does have the Mystic Key. Brottster's made his way to Provoca. Level 2 Black Magic coming up.
Yeah, and Brott's a little strapped for cash because he didn't grab any of those chests. But man, ice is cheap.
That's Ice 3. That's full area of effect, most powerful base damage elemental spell in the game. Both players are going to have it in strong surplus throughout this match. Sawneyrath not using the Mystic Key, turns back around. Brottster has initiated the talk with Bicky. He's taken on the Pirates.
Yeah, and we don't have the unsafe pirates on, so this shouldn't be much of a problem, although Brott got turn order anyway.
Good money for Sawneyrath out of the 6 chests. He's going to love seeing that. Brottster picks up the TNT. Potential great routing here. Yeah.
Because now you can do both checks into the wharf cave at the same time.
Sawneyrath making that play as well. He's headed towards Provoca. He's going to pick up his TNT shortly. He's going to be able to route this in very well.
Yeah,
Brottster low on money.
He's going to be able to open all the chests as well, so he's going to be in great shape going over to the wharf cave.
Since we've already hit a loose item, Canuck, the design for this Swiss round, let's go through it a little bit. We've got a couple of loose items, that's 2 of them. We also have the canal. Tell us about the canal and its importance.
Well, the canal is the item that will let you out of the inner sea. If you don't find a floater or canoe early, you are going to need that canal to get out of the inner sea to get any progression done.
That's right, and it will be located in there, somewhere. Odds usually tend to favor the Marsh Cave and a required Marsh dive early. We're not sure exactly quite yet. Brottster's making his way towards the Dwarf Cave, going to be able to do that dual turn-in of the Adamant and the TNT for 2 key items.
I don't like the fact Brott didn't go back to TOF, though, because he's missing that key.
I can tell you this, I've seen all of Brottster's matches this year. He's done the same thing every time, and he did go back there soon. So I've got to expect him to potentially do that, as he gets a chance to strike first. There's a couple of sharks, a couple of red sags. He's going to take the fight. There's the Ice 3 that we're going to see so much of. Fires it off, takes out the whole pack.
Yeah, so if one of these items happens to cough up the canoe, well, that's going to open a whole new section of the map for the runners.
Sawneyrath using all that money. He's got over 7,000 gold, and he was already able to buy a ton of supplies. He can afford a silver bracelet as well. Brottster makes it to the Dwarf Cave, picks up a Were Sword that's not equipable by the Thief. The Thief cannot use that. Turns in the TNT to, turns in the Adamant to get the loot. Okay, that's required.
That's good to see early. That's an item you never want to see loose somewhere. Even though you only need it at the end of the game, it's only used once, but if it's loose, it's usually tricky to find.
It could be anywhere. The Thor's Hammer comes in from the TNT. A couple different things that could be used with that here. If you're going to get the Thor's Hammer, Canuck, I like having it early for its utility to use in battle or potentially sell.
Well, with this party here, it's going to be good, because it's going to give that thief something to do instead of just, waiting all the time, so... Ooh, Grey Wolves with cremate. Looks like the wolves want to cook their dinner first.
Brottster gets away. Alan survives of Alan Iverson. We'll get to that in the story of his names. Oh no, they got paralysis too. Brottster's paralyzed, dizzy, spinning endlessly into perishment. Brott already perished. He's all the way back at Provoca? He didn't have the money.
Yeah, there haven't been any camping gear available yet. Looks like Brott's heading back to Canaria now, because there's no camping gear here, so...
Sawneyrath has his loot and his... I don't think he actually turned in the Adamant quite yet. He's going to be able to raid the Dwarf Armory here. An Ice Sword. Can't use that quite yet. Some money. Soft pot. So far, Sawneyrath opening up great routing and great decision-making, and Brottster is not going back to the Temple of Fiends, Canuck.
Can't say I blame him, because the 2 items in here are not required early game, and he knows he's probably going to come back when he gets the key, so he can do all 3 in a row. So he's not too worried at this point. Only bad thing is he won't get the experience bonus for the 2 key items.
Brottster has moved far away. That's trance from George. Those are the green ogres. It stuns 3 of Sawney's light warriors, but an ice 3 gets off from Sawney. Instead, he's gonna quad X. Or he's gonna lightning 2, actually, the other George. Brottster's back at Canaria. He resets again. He's gotta go back to the dwarf cave. I've gotta think that he's gonna go back to Temple of Fiends. He did it in his other matches, and he knows that Canal is out there. He's got to, right?
Yeah, because if he doesn't, then this key ends up in, say, the Elfland Castle or the Northwest Castle. Brott could be at a serious disadvantage quick.
Sawneyrath is returning as well. Both players now just past the 8-minute mark. Advantage to Sawneyrath for simply checking chests. Digs out the Mystic Key as Brottster gets to level 5, and he gets ambushed by wolves. Sun is gone. There's Cremate again. The wolves are cooking Brottster, Canuck. Brott's got to reset again.
Just a big old BBQ out there.
Sawney reattaining his items from his previous dive. Both players perishing a little bit, a little shaky. Brottster's got to do his checks again. Again, without the Mystic Key, he'll get his loot and his Thor's Hammer.
I guess he really wants that Thor's Hammer. It'll be good for his thief, so it's a free lightning too. Can't really complain this early point in the game.
And speaking of this early point in the game, your main damage dealer, other than spells, physically, hooray, is, of course, the Thief. Equipable Thief swords that can really do anything. There's 3 of them. It's the Dragon Sword, the Rune Sword, and the Coral Sword. None of them is the Wear Sword, so it's really a vendor item at this point. Brottster saves after leaving the Dwarf Cave this time.
Good thing he did, too.
Lightning 2 from Sawneyrath into the Ogres. A Mage Staff, which was picked up from the locked Dwarf Cave, being put to good use. He's level 5 now.
See if Brott decides to make the TOF check. He's kind of sailing that way, so we'll see. Ooh!
Squint.
Hags.
Sahags have a skill and spell list. The first spell is slow too. What's behind it, we don't know. And their first skill, enemy exclusive, is Squint. Death Elemental, single target, will knock you out, but it missed Brottster, and he's able to take them down.
Looks like both of our runners are high-fiving in Canaria now.
Both runners stay at the inn at the 10-minute mark. Brottster heads to the Temple of Fiends. He did this in his other matches. He will find his Mystic Key. How much of an advantage can Sawneyrath open up in this time frame? We'll find out as he enters Elfland. Brottster did check this level 3 black magic. It is not a lot, except Brack and Lock 2.
Yeah, but they have Lock at level 1, so... Both Lock 2 and Lock, they do the exact same thing. The only difference is Lock 2 hits everybody.
Sawney checks the armor shop. He's looking for 2 things, Canuck. 2 things that are random here in the shops with the 17,000 gold.
Yeah, he'd like to see an early pro ring. Or even like a cheap gold Cheerio.
Gold bracelet. Level 4 black magic. That is Confuse and Warp. Warp is cheap at 1,500 gold. All that money that Sawneyrath has, he can afford it. Sawneyrath heads to the 4 locked chests of Elfland Castle. Brottster about to pick up his Mystic Key. More money for Sawneyrath. This money is huge.
There's one advantage here for Brock, though, picking up this key now, if he can get out away from the creep is, he can possibly check the key lock chests in here that Sawney didn't, because Sawney was only level 1 when he grabbed his key.
There are 3 key lock chests on the right side, right where Brottster is right now, that could potentially obtain, where the canal could be. It is loose, it's in the LDC. Sawneyrath could check Northwest Castle, there's 3 chests there as well, and he is going that way. He's looking for the canal.
Yeah, nobody wants to go to Marsh. Hashtag never Marsh.
Sawneyrath turns in the crown that he obtained from Princess Sarah. Gonna take on Astos. It was Astos all along? Who?
What? Is there something on the screen?
Brottster now, he's gonna check the Canaria Castle Armory and its 6 chests. He's gonna start to attain that money.
Yeah, they still haven't found anything good in the way of gear yet for their black mages or thieves, so it doesn't even look like Sawney's gonna give those trap tiles a look. You want to save first. Smart play, smart play.
Sawneyrath is headed towards trap tiles.
Meanwhile, Brott is heading back to TOF to check those key lock chests. If the canal is in here, this is going to be a big knock for Brott.
Ooh. Pay attention when the Hangry Canuck says that, fans. It might come up a little bit later as well. Brottster in new territory. Sawneyrath is going to hold up a little bit. He wants to get some more HP and levels for his... I think the term that's used in Final Fantasy Randomizer Canuck is it squishy?
Yeah, I think so. And these lobsters are going to make quick work of this squishy team, per se.
Nice 3 gets off for Brottster, though. He's going to be able to check this chest. Options are limited to get this canal, but it is... Oh my. Oh my.
Big.
Give it to us, Canuck. What is that?
That's a big knock, baby. Big knock.
Huge knock for Brottster. Turn this entire game around that quickly.
Yeah, this was a big pickup, because if Sawney's heading for Marsh, like I figure he is because he's in the area, if he doesn't come up with the canoe, it could be trouble.
So at this point, we have attained, of course, one of the 2 loose key items that we explained a little bit about earlier. We'll get to that later. It could be a hunt. We already have the Mystic Key and the loot. The 2 worst ones are out of the way. And we have obtained, of course, the canal, which was somewhere in the inner sea, as Brottster's going to try to get past this seafood pack. He's down to 2 warriors. Sawneyrath is not going to the Marsh Cave at this point. He saves right here. Let's watch his save progress as Brottster gets to level 8 with 2 warriors now. Gets a huff. He skipped the other one?
Yeah, he did. I don't think he wants to take that trap tile again with only 2 characters up and this low. I wouldn't want to do it either. It looks like Sawney's coming back for to revive his dead light warrior. We'll see if he continues on to Marsh or not.
Brottster leaves and saves. He wants to at least, at the bare minimum, get the contents of this chest. He gets turn order with a Thor's hammer. Sawneyrath is headed to the Marsh Cave.
So right now, if there's no canoe in Marsh, Sawney is going to be at a distinct disadvantage at this point.
Brott finds 100 gold, 142 gold in the right chest, but he wants to try to nail this fight off. He's going to try to get experience on Allen Iverson. He's not going to make it.
I don't think Iverson's going to be coming back to life anytime soon.
Sawneyrath saves outside. It's a great play. The numbers are in his way, in his advantage, excuse me, for Sawneyrath to go into Marsh Cave, try to find that canal. Is there something else in here, maybe? We don't know quite yet.
Yeah, because there's only 1 loose and the canal left, so this is a pretty big gamble by Sawney. But in his mind, if he's forgotten the TOF Helocks, this is his only play at the moment.
With Warp at level 4, I don't believe he's got any charges quite yet. I see Artea in the chat here. He could probably let us know. I don't think he's got any Warp charges at this point, though. A couple of things about our players to kind of tell their story a little bit of their past and what it is, their experience level. Brottster, total live matches via speedrunslive.com of any game at any time, 191 matches that he's been in. This is number 192. We'll call it 200. Sawneyrath, his opponent, on the other hand, Canuck, 291 matches. 100 more matches than his opponent, Brottster. Lots of experience in both these players.
Yeah, but Brottster's like me. He only plays when there's a tournament on.
Sawney's headed deeper into the Marsh Cave now after the check of the top. Brottster doing his shopping.
Sawny did find an Aegis shield. No good to his party, but it could be good for some cash later on. We're still short a vendor item as well, so we'll see if Brott decides to leave the inner sea now, or if he is going to take a chance on Marsh for a key item.
Brottster's been mostly playing a 2 light warrior strategy. He revives all his warriors. He's going to stick to 4 for at least a little while in this early game.
Yeah, I don't think you'll see Brott switch to 2-man till he's a little more leveled up.
Huge string of encounters here for Sawneyrath. This is as deep as we've gotten to be able to see in the encounter table. A whole bunch in a row there. We'll see if Sawney's able to get a run after he picks up his cabin. It looks like he does.
Looks like Brott's heading for Northwest Castle to check those chests now. Or he could be heading for Marsh.
Looks like he's headed Northwest Castle. He got the crown. I'm assuming he's going to go ahead and turn in the crown. Will lead to the ruby. The Brottster with the canal in hand, of course, and the free ship, which is turned on for this tournament, will yield 2 key items.
Yeah, this is a big check.
Sawneyrath jumps into the old wizard tile. It's shuffled. Lightning 2 in hands, taking on the piranhas. They've got a little bit of HP. It's going to take a couple of rounds. And Thor's hammer's going to take care of him as Brottster, he finds out it was Astos all along. I had no clue.
Yeah, I just thought it was some king.
Yeah, he's missing his crown.
He just wanted a crown, that's all he wanted.
Now Sawneyrath picks up a sun sword. Odds are very heavy Brottster will not see that. Can't use it at this point. He's also paralyzed. A couple warriors. And he gets away from it. Sawneyrath with the warp hits. Gets out of here quickly. We'll see what he realizes and see if he heads directly back to the Temple of Fiends.
Ooh, here's the lobsters again on the trap pile.
Cremate again from the Grey Wolves. Decimating Sawneyrath. He gets away though, he's down to 2 warriors at this point. We'd also like to point out Avos Ruin actually. The 2-in-1 Avos Ruin, mind you. Pointing out that Sawneyrath did not check key-locked Marsh. Trap tiles, a lot more steps. I can't blame him.
No, you've already got 1 loose. Ooh, bad trap.
Yeah,
you've already got 1 loose, and I mean, Marsh is pretty much a gamble anyway. He knows the canoe's not going to be there. Or the canal.
Sawneyrath is down to 6 chests to find that canal. He knows this. 3 of them he just passed on and left in the Marsh Cave. So we'll see if he does head back to that Temple of Fiends as Brottster taking on those trap tile of the lobsters. He's got all 4 warriors standing. See if he gets a level or 2 here. Level 10 for Brottster.
Yeah, Brottster's done. He's going to be on the move now. He wants to check that ruby as soon as possible. Finally back in an area.
58,000 gold for Sawney. He is not going to the Temple of Fiends. He's going to Vitoya. That's right. There's 9 chests left. Neither player checked this. They forgot about the blind crazy lady.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, this will be our first check of the lady with no eye.
Yeah, each time I played this, I always went to Vitoya early for money. Sawneyrath didn't need to. He had all the money in the world. 300 gold. A katana. Okay.
That katana is the best weapon a thief can equip after promotion, so we'll expect these runners to hang on to that.
I've got to think that pickup of a katana in this scenario, these are 2 2-0s. They're trying to move on to 3-0 with this party draft that they came up with, which we talked about before the match. I gotta think that katana is mandatory. It's better than the Vorpal in the hands of a ninja. There's no question about that. I gotta think it's mandatory.
Yeah, you have to. If you want your thief to do any damage whatsoever, he's gonna need it. And you're gonna need your thief to do damage in this seed. You're not gonna get by on black mages alone.
Sawneyrath is making his way to the Temple of Fiends. He will find his canal in the lower right-hand locked area. He's gonna catch up very quickly. Brottster is headed to Vitoya's cave. No, he's not. Brottster resets. He's gonna go... I don't know. Brottster...
He heard you say something, so he's like, well, I gotta dance a little here.
I think he's messing with me. Once again, we'd like to thank both players, actually, brottster and Sawneyrath, actually requested myself, the infectious Wilcleosis, and the undefeated Hangry Canuck to go ahead and do this show this great Friday evening here live on the Speed Gaming family of networks. So thank you to both players. It's certainly a pleasure because this is our first time actually just being me and you, Canuck, and it's been great so far and a pleasure to work with you.
Yeah, this is actually our first match just together, and it's always a pleasure to work with you, Will.
Yeah.
Whether I'm tracking, you're always the one that's infectious, and Rod is heading for the outer sea.
Sawneyrath has his canal. Brottster uses the canal. He's broken out. He's headed towards Melmond? Directly to the item shop. He's looking for a gold bracelet or a pro ring. Finds gold bracelets and pro rings.
Wow. It's pretty expensive, though. You can get a couple of gold Cheerios if he wants.
No sign of a slab yet. No need to translate anything. Let's see if Brottster... What's your next play? What do you do if you're Brot here, Canuck?
You gotta go Ruby.
Ruby.
2 key checks. I mean, you don't have a choice. One ends up being the Rod. Maybe you do it. You dive Earth. Because you do have good levels on your black mages and some good spells. Other than that, it's Crescent Link.
Sawneyrath headed towards the canal. He's about to use it. Brottster has just left Melmond. We are essentially dead even. Brottster with a 6-second lead walking, maybe. Sawneyrath with a money advantage in exploration as well as the Sun Sword since he did Marsh Cave. That is where we were at. Right here at nearing the 24-minute mark. Level 5 Black Magic. Time Elemental Zap. He's buying it, not knowing that gold Cheerios and pro rings are for sale.
Yeah, he would have enough to equip 2 of his mages with a pro ring and an opal Cheerio. Or a gold Cheerio. But you spent too much money.
Brottster not making the mistakes that he did a little bit earlier in this match, and he did in the last couple weeks. He's got 47 cabins, he's going to be saving more. This was actually an in-game adjustment from Brot, the first time I've seen it.
Yeah, that's a lot of camping gear.
Sawneyrath sells the the Aegis shield that he found to get some more money. Gold Cheerios all over the place. He can afford 1 professional ring, or protective ring. As Brottster has made his way to Sarda, Canuck, what is it?
We are gonna see a Rod, just to trip these people up more.
Oh, it's a canoe.
Ooh, he didn't check the Ruby yet, did he?
Not yet, no, this is something that I do as well. What Brottster did was he just walked out and actually saved steps. He's gonna go down, go back into the Titan's Tunnel, go check that and warp out, resave. It'll actually be faster as Sawneyrath enters the Titan's Tunnel. We are holding hands now in the Titan's Tunnel, both players are. Wait, hold on.
Yeah, Brot's gonna go out here and set a cabin, so when he uses his warp spell, he'll be on this side.
Did he check?
But wolves. No, he'll go back and check. Did he check?
Fans?
Anybody? Out there?
Beast?
Davos?
He didn't. I was watching.
He did not check the Ruby. Or the Titan's Trove.
Potential disaster for Brottster. Sawneyrath heads right there. It's the tail. It's not required.
This party it will be.
Technically, but it's gotta be if you ask me as well.
Yeah, that's
a
tail.
Yeah.
That tail is big item.
Okay. Right now, Brottster has made his way back to the ship.
And only Sawneyrath for Crescent Lake.
Sawneyrath has his canoe. Brottster runs into the bridge boss. He's headed to the the dwarf cave, and it's locked chests.
Unrunnable Georges and ogres.
We were dead even 90 seconds ago, Canuck. But now I gotta call it a mistake. For right now, Brottster does not have the tail and did not check the incentivized area. He's gonna get away with it technically, but that's a blow.
But hold on here. Some people, I don't know, he must have warped out. Sonny's got his tail.
Sonny does have his tail, yes.
Brock's gonna get some money, and that mage staff's gonna be nice as well. And then a free fire, too, for his thief to cast, along with the Thor's hammer.
Those Grey Wolves reset Sonny. Oh no, he's just gonna run away. A little bit more about our players here. brottster's first ever live match of any game, August 2017. Sawneyrath, first ever live match ever, August 2013. Both players been around for a long time, have played many, many matches, went through how many they played before, multiple different games, and they're both undefeated. And they're both undefeated for a reason, and they're both headed to Crescent Lake to pick up a key item.
Yeah, this is the only play now, because here you got 3 key item checks. You got Crescent, you got Ice, and you got the Volcano, which is special this week, folks. It's incentivized!
It is. Sawneyrath is going to go the other way. This might be a stop in Elfland. Using the South Port. We'll see if it is. brottster's trying to take out these giants, get some more money, maybe another level or 2. Sawneyrath is not going to Crescent Lake. He's going to Castle of Ordeal.
Wow. This is play.
Okay, let's analyze this, Canuck. He's got Ice 3, Warp is very good.
Yeah, he's got the tools to get ordeals done.
Okay,
But if the stages are holding on to the floater, I mean, Brock's going to be in the driver's seat for a little bit.
brottster cuts through. He's made it to Crescent Lake. Sawneyrath starting the Pillar Maze and Castle of Ordeal. He gets a chance to strike first against the Sorcerers. He's going to use the Lightning. Try to shock them down.
Yeah, Sorcerers are pretty resistant to all magic, but they normally roll low HP, so they're normally pretty good to be taken down with a couple of charges of Lit 2.
If there was a vendor item in Crescent Lake, I don't think there was.
No, there was not.
Okay. Level 6. Black Magic. Fast, Temper, and Bane.
Fast and Temper in the same level? You do not want to see that.
Sawneyrath uses that Warp. brottster gets the Chime from the Circle of Sages.
That puts Mirage on the table.
Does. Just opens it up more with the canoe in hand. You got Mirage Tower. brottster not interested right now. He's gonna hit the river system. He's headed to play Seek and Go. Canuck, where's he going?
Gotta go to Volcano. He's got all the Ice 3 in the world. He's got Warp. I mean, he could attempt Ice, but I'm more feeling Volcano here.
brottster saves at the junction. Directly at the junction. That might just be habit. He's headed towards the Gurgu Volcano as the Angry Canuck, the undefeated Angry Canuck, just said. There's level 12 for Sawneyrath. He's through. Picks up an opal armor. He's taking another fight with the Red Dragons. This is a 2-4 trap tile.
You got Ice 3. These things are weak to Ice. You have to go for it at this point. And they roll low.
Cerebrus is for Brott. Cerebri. In the second floor of the Volcano. Sawneyrath closing in on the incentivized location at the end of Castle Ordeal has made it look easy.
Yeah, he whipped through that Pillar Maze. I didn't even notice he was so fast.
Yeah. brottster continues. He looks like a full clear. Picks up a large dagger. Not your favorite, Canuck. What's your favorite weapon to take out carry with?
Oh, you gotta have the Silver Dagger.
Silver dagger. brottster heads to the right side. Doesn't find anything. He is going to clear this out. He's got lots of warps. He'll have a lot of options. There's 4 Peds.
Got the jump rock, so... I mean, he's probably going to warp out after he grabs this hairpin, because that's an awful walk back.
Yeah. Some great levels he's about to get right here. There's level 12 for Brott. Level 15 for a couple warriors of Sawney. Here's the hairpin chest. It's guarded by the shuffled fire trap tile of Cerebri and their buddy, the Wizard Ogre.
Yeah, this is never safe. Those Wizard Ogres could actually pull out something decent. And we really haven't seen anything bad from early game enemies yet.
Cremate on the Wolves is really about it.
So I'm kind of scared of what's coming up.
brottster does use the warp. He exits. He's got 12 houses. Houses up. He re-enters the Gurgu Volcano.
Yeah, he's going to go for a full clear here. You got Ice 3. Carry might be a little tricky at these levels, but we'll see what Brock decides to do.
I know we saw Confuse. Well, explore that potentially later. There's a pro cape, a protective cape. 2 in the game. Acts as a shield equipped by the mages. Sawneyrath does that. There's the herb for Sawneyrath. That's a fetch quest item.
Yeah, Brock gonna check these 2 chests high up, then he's probably gonna dive the armory. Then I'd say you're probably gonna see another warp out and pitch another house. And then he might leave. I don't know. His levels aren't that high. I'm not sure if I trust taking carry at these levels.
Sawneyrath is not saving or heading north. He's headed directly west. Not interested in the herb at this point.
No,
I would have thought of like a save and try to turn that in. If you don't like it, reset in this area.
yeah, I think he's banking on a vendor item. You got 2 checks here. The last 2 checks. It has to be in one of these, the caravan or Onrath. It could be in Gaia if the floater's loose. So we'll have to see. That is a possibility.
Brottster has made his way to the Volcano Armory. Sawneyrath making his way to the caravan. It's the Oasis. This is where it was in the original game. It was the bottle. It is randomized for the item and its location. Brottster gets ambushed by wolves. Sawneyrath gets to the Oasis. He's going to stimulate the caravan's economy? With a whole bunch of houses.
Question in chat. Fun slash. Yeah, there's a new flag called Open Progression. It actually puts docks around the world at places it wouldn't normally be. Like there's one here and there's one at Mirage Tower. Just in case progression gets locked behind something you need.
Sawneyrath back in Onrath at the shop. It is not there. It's in Gaia.
So we know the vendor item's not going to be the floater.
Brottster cleared out the armory. There was nothing there. It was just money. I mean, nothing. Now, interesting thing on the left side of your screen. Sawneyrath has not been to the Circle of Sages, does not have his chime, does not have that free item, has not turned in the herb. For another turn in, he's going to the waterfall.
Yeah, I mean, you got warp, you got lots of ice tree. I mean, you're going to have to come back here. Well, you could come back here later, but I think this was the play to make at the moment, because if this is the Oxy Ale, perchance, I mean, you could even dive sea if you're feeling froggy.
Brottster exits the Gurgu Volcano, saves again. He's going back and he's going to go deeper. Sawneyrath starting to maneuver through the maze of the incentivized waterfall, runs into a gas dragon. It's unrunnable. Ice 3's the play to make here. Sawneyrath knows it. Question from chat, from Fun/Blood Ruin. You cannot dive sea without Oxyale. That is correct. Oxyale is a lock to that. Essentially, in the original story, you needed to breathe underwater so that you could go to the mermaids.
Looks like Brock's gonna clear this 3rd floor, 4-4 flyer here, so.
Brottster's healing up. He's made it to that Agama floor. Sawneyrath closing in on the incentivized location of 6 chests and the robot. I talked with Brott before the match about the trap tiles later on and the incentivized volcano location. We'll get to that. It's the old red D chest.
Yeah, not much to speak of in this volcano so far, though.
He just found a stick. A stick. That's how good this volcano has been.
Gotta be a charge stick. Has to be.
Sawney's in with the golems, and he's getting rocked a little bit, literally.
You gotta watch that Gerwolf, though.
7,000 gold. Another stick found by Sawneyrath. Both players finding sticks everywhere. It's the cube. The trip to the waterfall is required, and the last chest is another pro ring. Couldn't afford them earlier, and he equips that. He uses warp. Sawneyrath is out of here.
Meanwhile, Brock digging deeper in this volcano, and he has not been rewarded yet, so be interesting to see what the incentivized item is going to be at the bottom.
Sawneyrath leaves. There's a ribbon for Brottster. Finally something, and it's really good.
Yeah, that's going to make one of your black mages tanky enough to survive some bad packs.
2 chests in the upper right-hand corner here. The other one's linked. It's nothing for Brottster. Sawneyrath has returned to Onrath. He's going to revive his warriors. All 4. Brottster's got 3 chests left. One of them is incentivized in a potential fight to light an orb. What is his strategy? Can he get through the trap tiles? This is critical for Brottster.
Yeah, he's got 3 trap tiles to go through. 2 are the same. And one of these trap tiles is doing its own thing.
You know, the vendor item is located in the town of Gaia. We do not have access to it yet. It is airship locked. We've not seen the slab, crystal. We haven't even seen the bottle. Rod is out there. That's required.
Yeah, we haven't seen ice yet or this chest here, so after we see ice and fire, that's all the incentive chests we have to check.
One loose item will still be out there. We have located the Thor's hammer. We have not located the power gauntlet or the opal.
Cheerio.
Brottster has made his way to the final floor, deep into the volcano. This is where Carrie resides, and also an incentive chest. Watch out for these 2 trap tiles. We know what one of them is. We'll be able to get through that. Meanwhile, Sawneyrath is headed back to Elflin Castle. He's going to turn in that herb that he got from Castle of Ordeal.
This could be big if we see a floater.
The plot thickens. It's the rod. That opens up Earth Cave. Why don't you open up the whole game? Except the floater and what they want. Sawneyrath is going to make his way towards Crescent Lake. He's going to pick up his chime. Very soon. Yes, he is. Frost Wolves were on the Red Dragon trap tile. Mage Staff's going to take care of him, though.
Yeah, so we're still floaterless, but we still have this incentivized check in the ice cave to check, so we could turn into fetch quests.
It is a fetch quest. It is the crystal.
That's how to get down here.
Sawneyrath will pick up his chime shortly. He'll also find, was it fast and temper at 6 for black? Avos, I think that's what you got. It is. Thank you. Avos Ruin, 2-1, the quietest 2-1 you're ever going to see right now here in the 2020 Spring Tournament. Canuck, what's the plan here? You gotta light this orb.
Yeah, he's gotta take on Carrie. He's come this far. He's got everything. He's got ice 3s. Steve's pretty much good for nothing at this point.
He's got no type of evasion. Right side of your screen, fans, nearing the 40-minute mark. This is a stretch, we think. Brottster already looking at his items. He's gonna go with the ice 3s. He gets initiative, 1 ice 3 for 66. Thor's hammer, 21. Another ice 3 from Brottster. He's got 1 ribbon protecting. He got full initiative. Carrie fires back with a fire 2. That rib is on Ivor. Ivor's gonna be very important in this fight.
Yeah, you gotta throw that Quad X. You gotta hope Carrie rolled low.
Quad X misses. Quad X will erase this fiend if she's under 300 hit points. Brottster's trying to chip away and do some damage and erase her under that threshold, but he doesn't know what it is. It's the same strategy. Oh, Quad X went first. It's not. Oh, it hit! Erased and terminated! He made it look easy.
Yeah, like, I got 3 black mages and a thief with no promotion. I'll just walk in and Quad X Carrie.
Brottster has cleared the Gugu volcano. He is leaving. He's got houses. He pauses for just a second. He's headed towards the ice cave. Sawneyrath is already on his way to the ice cave.
Yeah, these runners are pretty much neck and neck, but Sawney's got a couple more key item checks done than Brott, so that gives him a slight advantage at this point.
Brottster bypasses turning in the crystal. He's going to head to the location of the ice cave. Both players have warp in hand, and a whole bunch of them. It'll cut this dungeon down approximately at 32 or so % if you do the steps. Brottster does not save and just walks right in.
That's a bold move, Will.
Yeah, let's see if he turns around. Sawneyrath's starting to dig in on floor 1. Sawneyrath with a big run here. These are 2 good floors not to get any encounters, especially with that warp. Runs into some eye mages. Quad X hits for Brottster. Brottster really utilizing that Quad X spell.
There's the save. I mean, I like the ice play, but with no fire spell, could be tricky if you run into the Geist. I mean, you do have that Mage Staff, but...
Mage Staff could be huge here. Brottster runs into some wizards, he gets away. More encounters for Sawneyrath. Chance to strike first for Brottster. Only one loose item left in this incentive location. Our players have crisscrossed and done different things, but they've converged here at the Ice Cave. Odds are this is the floater. To try to get something this last turn in. Undead covering the screen. Both players run away. Both players closing in. Sawneyrath is the first to use the warp trick. Brottster follows him. It's the floater!
At the exact same time.
In stereo.
That looks like Brott is leaving. Brott wants nothing to do with the bottom. Now, I like this gamble in a way, because you're only missing one loose.
I'd have been out of here. I would have done what Brott did immediately. I would have done it sooner. Personally. Brottster's gone, Sawneyrath digs deeper, and he's getting pounded a little bit, but he gets away.
I mean, this is going to be... If Sawneyrath finds nothing in the bottom of ice, any advantage he had is going out the window if Brock can get to this floater quickly. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream.
Brottster is in the river system, paddling away.
That's a paddling. Paddling the school canoe. That's a paddling.
The Frostwolf's trap tile was shuffled to Geist. Sawneyrath raids that and gets out of here. Brottster's getting rocked by the piranhas, but he gets away. Sawneyrath still has a few more chests here. There's 5 more that he can still check. Potential loose item. That's what Canuck was talking about. I would have been long gone.
And it looks like Ivor's going solo. He's used to that, though.
Brottster continues paddling. Sawneyrath continues his checks, finds nothing. Brottster's down to 1 light warrior. It's Ivor again, the one with the ribbon. Ice 3 takes out the Hydras, and Sawneyrath finds nothing in the rest of the Ice Cave.
Yeah, Ivor's going to be getting a little bit tired rowing that canoe with 3 dead bodies in it.
Brottster with another Ice 3 from Ivor. Takes out another pack of enemies. Again, that is his ribbon character. Hey, Canuck, 2-man? Right here? Brottster?
At this point in time, I would.
You think so? I think so too.
Yeah, it's time. You got enough levels now, you got a ribbon, your one black mage can survive. It's got some extra levels. I mean, yeah. That's all you really need at this point. Because you're only going to have 1 attacker anyway. So you're only going to have 1 person to fast and temper. So it's not like you need, 3 bunches of fast and temper.
Brottster goes to the clinic. He's in the air. He's changed the status quo with the airship. He revived all his warriors.
Yeah, we've never been right.
Brottster's going to head to Matoya's cave with that crystal in hand and turn that in.
Yeah,
Sawneyrath sailing.
Yeah, this floater is going to make Brott's checks so much quicker than Sawney's were.
Brott gets his katana. Remember, he does not have the tail. And odds are he forgot about it.
Odds are he's not going to have the tail till the end.
Sawneyrath is approaching the Ryukan Desert. Sawneyrath uses Dark. He's changed the status quo. 46 minutes. Exactly 1 minute after his opponent, Brottster. He heads south to Gaia. We know the vendor item is here.
Yeah, it looks like Sawney does too. But Sawney, and they don't have the bottle yet, so... The bottle here would be big. Would be an easy check. Meanwhile, Brott's got the cash to outfit his peoples now. So it looks like Brott is going 4-man. I'm kind of wondering about this.
So, take a look at the left side of your screen. The vendor item has has been located is the bottle. First, we're going to check level 8 black magic from Sawneyrath. Nothing.
Hey, dark's good.
Sawneyrath uses warp, re-enters Gaia. In just a moment, we're going to watch the left side of the screen. There is this... there's a pirate. See him right? Yeah, he's up there. He bottled the ferry and sold it to the vendor just down the road.
Hey, man. Pirate's life you live.
Opal.
Cheerio.
Picked up for Sawneyrath. Canuck, we were talking a little bit before this match. With this party composition that these yahoos did, required for you?
Opal Cheerio? Definitely. Because you're gonna want one black mage that's armored to the teeth to survive this.
Brottster's picked up some spells on Melmond. Sawneyrath is gonna class promote. He's the only player with the tail. Brott walked right by it in an incentivized location. He's headed, boom, right to Melmond. Announces his presence. He's gonna fly back to Melmond. He missed the Melmond folk. I believe another pro rank might be his play.
Now you gotta translate the slab. As if the town's not broken enough. We have all these people landing their airships on it.
The slab, of course, coming from the Crystal Turnin in Matoya. There's a silver dagger equipped on Canuck. On the Canuck Light Warrior by Sawneyrath. How about that for some honor?
Going for the memes, I guess.
Sawneyrath are gonna raid the Cardia Islands. He has not been to Volcano yet. As far as orb progression, Brottster leads. He cleared it. Brottster's headed towards Lefane.
Yeah, he's gonna turn this slab check in, which we know might turn into the rod at this point in time, or even the Oxyale.
Had the rod. The rod was Evos.
Either way, this is gonna be something good. Yeah, Zombies have Blaze too, by the way, and Poison Touch. Meh.
Look at the right side of the screen. Pretty good, strong damage. Fire Elemental into Brottster. That's how weak that party is. And that's what that one ribbon can do. We just saw we're about to see it again because they're unrunnable. Excalibur for Sawneyrath. Can't do much with that.
No, chuck that off the sky tower somewhere. Not like you need money.
Now we're talking. You need a lot of team.
Like you need money at this point. Throw all the swords off the tower. Thief can't use them anyway.
More chests and ice shield for Sawneyrath. Can't use it. Wizard staff. This late in the game, I can't do that much. Brottster again trying to make his way to Lefane. Runs into a single Zomble this time, slowing him down.
Yeah, that ice shield is equipable on Will now that he's class changed.
Brottster resets again. Brottster been using a lot of Quad X in this match. Quad X will not work against the Zomble. Zombles are immune, essential immunity 3 of 256 to instant death, which is the Death Elemental Quad X.
Did Sawneyrath equip the katana on his thief yet?
I hope so. Sawneyrath returns for level 6 black magic. This is fast and temper. Also Bane, my favorite.
Rock is having no luck getting down here with the Zombies.
Avos, are you here? Avos, let me know if you're here. Brottster just is doing nothing. And I'm wondering, yes, Avos, you've been playing so great here in this tournament. You see Brott doing this as he's about to turn in, finally, over here in Lefane as he picks up the Power Gauntlet. Do you get on tilt a little bit? Do you get upset and kind of frustrated when something like this happens to you with what just happened to Brottster?
I don't think I would, because I know that there's still all of Mirage and Sky, and there's a lot of chests in there. And in fact, it's right nearby, so I think I'm not getting worried yet.
Thank you, Avos. Great player and a player to keep an eye on. The future Final Fantasy Randomizer right there, fans.
Hey, Will, guess what? Second loose is required.
Second loose is required. We found the Opal Cheerio, Thor's Hammer, Tail, and Power Gauntlet. There's one loose item out there. We know it will lead. Actually, it is the Oxyale. It is,
Yeah.
straight up.
So the Oxyale is on the loose.
Brottster immediately makes his way toward the Mirage Tower, looking for that Oxyale. I guess kind of the good news is it can't be in C, because that's required for that.
Yeah, so that'll save him some chest checks. But I mean, with this party, if you meet Warmack on the bridge, you might as well just reset now, because you're going down. Dragon armor, that would be good in most other seeds, but not this one.
Brottster resets, he's going to start to ascend the Mirage Tower a little bit more. It's the less than, greater than room. Sawneyrath is going to find absolutely nothing here in the Volcano Armory.
I'll find a stick. Nothing wrong with a stick.
He had a stick from the waterfall earlier.
And he'll have 2 sticks, come on. What's better than 1 stick? 2 sticks.
I'll take 2 katanas if I'm a ninja. I'll tell you that. Sawneyrath does what Brottster did earlier. He uses that warp spell, gets out of here. Uses one of his 32 houses, dives back into the Gurgu Volcano. Meanwhile, Brottster at the less than, greater than room, in search of the Oxyale that will put Brottster into go mode.
Runnable guards. They haven't rolled very much HP, so you should be okay with a couple of lit 2s and the Thor's Hammer. Now that is fluke. Oh, that didn't work. Are guards immune to quad X?
No. Not that I believe.
That's a 3 256 miss.
You can quake guards. I know that. But I wouldn't think so. As Sawneyrath digs deeper, he's going to hit the Agama floor. There is a ribbon in here. Avos, I know you're here as well. Tell us a little bit and tell the fans of Speed Gaming and Final Fantasy Randomizer about a ribbon, how many there are, and its value.
So, the ribbon, there are 3 of them in all of Final Fantasy, and Final Fantasy Randomizer. They provide resistances to all elements to the equipped character. And since most effects in the game have elemental effects, it can really help your party members survive and resist instant death or status effects. They're really, really great to have, especially for Topher, because there usually ends up being a lot of stuff that can wipe your party, and every little bit of resistance can help.
This is very interesting, Will. Brott has left the Mirage Tower.
Yeah, did he get the cube? Did he get the cube?
Oh, he doesn't have the cube.
No, waterfall, I think.
That is correct. No,
Waterfall, right?
You're right. Yep, cube's waterfall. And there's another sword, useless sword. Not sure if I could bring myself to part with it, though. Kind of partial to that in the Mazza.
I usually keep all of the end game swords, even if I can't use them.
Nah, Vorpal can go. That don't matter.
What?
You heard me. Looks like Brott is gonna get nothing. But he's gonna stimulate the Oasis's economy. What would you be like if you were that Oasis guy and you see 4 beefy light warriors coming at you and you don't see another soul for about 100 years?
These are not beefy light warriors.
Semi-beefy, maybe? Ooh, loud whistles. Could you get a recap? I believe you could.
Who wants it?
Well, I'll take it, I guess.
Go ahead.
We started the game. The king gave us the adamant, which turned into the loot. Sarah gave us the crown, which turned into the ruby. Vicky gave us the TNT, which turned into a wah-wah Thor's hammer. Although they've been getting good use out of it. Sages had the chime, Cardia had the canoe, Titan's tunnel has the tail, which Brock did skip. So this is going to be interesting later on. Fairy had the Opal Cheerio, Vendor had the bottle. That was in Gaia for 27k. The incentivized volcano was the crystal, which turned to the slab, which turned into the power block. We're Ordeals had the herb, which turned into the rod. Robot has the cube. Ice had something or other I can't remember at the moment. And we are on the hunt for one loose.
Ice Cave had the floater. Both players obtained it simultaneously. They got in the air within 1 minute of each other. Sawneyrath took 1 extra minute to clear the Ice Cave. There was nothing in there. Right now, Sawneyrath is going to try to tie the orb lead against Carrie. brottster took a, with someone question fight, absolutely slaughtered Carrie, took her down. We'll see if Sawneyrath can do the same thing as brottster uses Ice 3 against the Nightmares. Sawneyrath prepares, 3 hits per 145, and the Wizard Staff, and it hits! Carrie attacks herself with an actual fire spell in the background for 10 damage. Sawny gets off a fast. Sawny's starting to dominate the Fiend of Fire.
Yeah, this thief is going to put in some work with this katana at the moment. Carrie attacks herself again with a fire spell. 7 hits, 290. Big strike from Will.
More tempers for Sawneyrath. Take control of this fight. No quad axe, he's just going to damage her down. That's the katana for 7 hits, 557. Carrie is terminated. Sawneyrath lights his first orb. brottster's on his way to get his cube. He has also not done Castle of Ordeal. Castle of Ordeal will lead to the herb, which will lead to the rod.
Yeah, one's gonna think Brock's gonna hit Ordeals after the waterfall.
I've got to think that that's his routing Canuck. Sawneyrath returns. He picks up Fast and Temper for all his warriors now.
That's some expensive temper though, 32k.
It is.
There goes the Excalibur.
The legendary Excalibur is gone. It's now owned by the Crescent Lake. Ian.
You could sell the Thor's hammer at this point.
Question from chat. Blood Ruin. Thank you again for joining us here live on Speed Gaming. I'm the Infectious Wilkliosis. We got Avos Ruin and the undefeated Angry Canuck, the pride of Canada here. And the question was, where was Tail? brottster walked right by it. It's in the Incentivized Titans tunnel.
Yep, so Brock's not gonna have any class change for a bit until he remembers he never checked that spot.
Question from chat about brottster's character names. We were able to go through Sawneyrath. Classy move from Sawney naming his Light Warrior party for his opponent Brott, and the cast here of Canuck, myself, and Avos. brottster has not practiced, and so he's actually referencing a famous speech that's made fun of constantly about famous basketball player Allen Iverson and practice, and how Allen Iverson does not need practice. brottster has not practiced, so he's having some fun with it.
Practice? We're talking about practice?
I'm supposed to be the franchise player, and we in here talking about practice.
I'm the MVP. I'm the MVP of the league.
Franchise player.
All right.
Not a game. Not a game. Practice.
All right, Brott is making the Ordeals play like we figured. So once he gets this information, he's gonna know that Oxyale is loose somewhere, and then he will be in go mode.
Sawneyrath is about to pick up that information. He has now translated his slab. He's going to head towards Lefane. He's going to find out about Zombuls, and he will pick up his Power Gauntlet, which I've got to think, again, Canuck, with this silly party makeup that they drafted. Players did this. It might be essentially required in the Power Gauntlet.
Yeah, it's gonna be, because if you lose, because these black mages aren't gonna have a whole lot of hit points, and you got no life spells. So one good nuke out of a fiend, you're down to just your solo thief. Unless you level to 50, which, well, we know there's a grind tile out there.
Sawneyrath made really quick work of the Castle Ordeal's Pillar Maze. He only used 1 warp. We'll see if brottster can make that as well. Sawneyrath has his Power Gauntlet in hand. brottster did hit the whammy, uses the warp. Sawneyrath now returning to his airship. He now knows the Oxyale is the second loose and it is required. brottster's going to find that out shortly once he picks up his rod and maybe buys the bottle. Oh, you Canuck! He bypassed Titan's tunnel. He doesn't know about the tail. That's a problem.
Yeah, because he could... Yeah, that is a big problem.
That's a big problem.
Because he could think that's loose right now.
Mm-hmm.
And with this party, you need it.
Sawneyrath has parked in the Great Desert. He's headed towards the Mirage Tower. He's got the cube, though. He can ascend this Mirage Tower and enter the floating fortress.
Well, this is really the only thing we haven't seen aside from Keylock Marsh, so there's a good bet it's in here somewhere.
Sawneyrath playing the numbers, looking for that Oxyale.
Ooh, we haven't seen Earth either.
Not seeing Earth Cave, no.
I still want to be in Keylock Marsh, just for fun.
brottster making the same play that Sawneyrath did about a half hour ago. Takes a second trap tower of the Red D's. He's going to use Quad X, because he knows they're weak. Look at this, Quad X erased. A punch from Brott does not. Quad X erased. Another Quad X. brottster erasing the Red Dragon population of Castle Verdeal.
Still be back.
Cerebri for Sawneyrath, and Ice 3 takes them out. It's a great experience encounter on the left side of your screen. It's 2,500. They go down very fast. And level 18 for a few of Sawneyrath's warriors.
So what level do you think they're going to have to go to get this done?
Power Gauntlet. Fast and Temper sharing a level. No access to life, no access to healing magic. There's Toxic from the guards. That's a pro ring that's equipped that's saving Sawneyrath right now. Minimum is 30, I would think, on their damage dealer. The ninja for Sawneyrath might end up being a thief for brottster. I'd say minimum of 30.
Well, if it's a thief for brottster, he's going to have to go a lot higher because he's not going to have that katana.
No sign of the Hanger Canuck's favorite weapon. No sign of Ragnarok. He's in these great matches as well. He's on the Team Canuck. We'll see if that pops up as we ascend Mirage Tower into the floating fortress potentially. brottster moved to 2-0 by beating Russian Bishop from the Zelda community, and the aforementioned Ragnarok. Sawneyrath is 2-0. He took on Karant and Guelph in the last couple weeks. The winner will move on to 3-0 and join you, Canuck. And we talked about this before the match. One of the reasons the Angry Canuck wanted to work this match was this is a potential opponent for him coming up next week. So we could see you against the winner.
Yeah, I got a score to settle with Brott.
It's an age-old score, if I remember correctly.
My very first tournament. I think he was my second race.
brottster has his herb. He's going to head directly to Elfland, turn that in. He's going to pick up the rod. We'll see how he reacts without that information. We know he hasn't checked out Gaia yet, or the bottle. So
yeah, I'm a little worried about his tail. I think he's completely forgot.
Will Bloodworth is here, Canuck. Will Bloodworth, the master of the thief. I mean, he is. He's been doing it for years. Will, can you let us know in chat here live on Speed Gaming what you think? Give us a ninja number and a thief number if Brott can't quite get there for the question that Canuck talked about earlier as far as minimum level. I'd like to also welcome, there's another one, Canuck. Roadhouse himself, Edge Figaro, is with us. Canuck, wow.
Yeah, gang's all here for this one.
Sawneyrath runs into an eye as he's in the floating fortress. brottster has made his way to Gaia. He's going to sell the opal armor. He's going to be able to pick up his bottle. That will not lead to the Oxyale like it did so many years ago.
Now we have Sawney in the sky.
We know that this bottle will lead to the opal bracelet. And no
Will be an eye. Ooh, I don't like to see eyes anymore.
Thank you, Edge. And Will, did we get an answer? Okay. Level 30 to 33 to survive most nukes is what Will says. Okay.
Yeah, I think this is Topher. If any of these fiends are anywhere near beefy, I think it could be a rough one for our runners at this point.
Sawneyrath using all those warp charges to save steps. There's the bottle pickup for brottster.
I don't think he's got enough money, though.
Oh, yeah. Got $250,000. We'll see if Sawneyrath goes left side here in the star or the asterisk room and goes down to the next level. We'll see what his strategy is as brottster heads towards the fairy fountain. There she is. There's the opal bracelet.
Yeah, that's going to be a big pickup for one of his black mages for sure. He might even put it on his thief, which he does.
4 mana cores for Sawneyrath, and Ice 3 freezes them all out. Another great fight. 2,700 experience for the undefeated Sawneyrath.
Brott's going spell shopping now. He wants his fast, his tempers. Checking his weapon selection, see what he can sell and what he can't. There's not much in there that's any good for money, I wouldn't think. Did Brott even get a katana yet?
Yes, it was in Matoya, but he can't use it because he walked right by the incentivized Tides Tunnel chest. There's a defense for Sawneyrath.
So right now he's got 9 charges of fast and temper between 3 black mages. That is enough to get the job done, but how many black mages are going to be alive when you hit chaos?
Also, if we're looking forward to endgame, as brottster picks up his rod momentarily, 1 ribbon has been found. Both players have it. It was deep in the volcano. No sign of either of the other 2 that Avos told you about, of the 3 that are in the game.
I thought Sonny has 2.
Sonny have
Sonny's
2?
got another one somewhere.
Okay, we'll take a look into it. Thank you, Canuck. Look at brottster stare at his screen. On the right side, what am I missing? He knows he doesn't have the tail.
And I believe he knows what he didn't do.
No.
No, he doesn't.
Brottster is going to the Earth Cave. This is a loose thing. Now he's thinking loose. He's got to be.
Yeah, but he's also going to be thinking he needs 2 things. He needs 3 things, actually. And he knows one is going to be solo and one's going to turn into a fetch.
Okay, we do believe Sawneyrath only has that 1 ribbon. Now, we talked about it when brottster skipped that tail and incentivized chest. It's not required. Technically, it's not. And that might save him. If that was the Oxtail, brottster's wouldn't need the Oxtail because his ship would be sunk.
Question in chat. The cube was vanilla at the robot. The robot... Ooh, 2nd ribbon for Brott.
Earth floor 1, the 2nd ribbon's been located. We were just talking about them. 3 in the game. That's the 2nd one for brottster. He needed something like that.
Yeah, brottster by now is realizing he doesn't have the tail. And I mean, with what he has left to get, I do believe he still has the waterfall to do. So he knows there's 1 item there. And he knows there's 1 loose. He must be trying to figure out what he didn't hit.
Brottster resets out of the flame ship. Brottster's realized it. No, he hasn't. Okay.
I think he's following the sky. No, waterfall.
He's got the cube, but we're trying to light it up on the tracker right now. It looks like it's stuck. Look at him stare at the screen. Look at him. Look at him, Fed. He's trying to put the pieces together. He says, okay, I've got the chime in the cube. I am going to go to Mirage Tower. It's got to be in there. That's where Sawneyrath is right now. That's where brottster's heading.
I think what's tripping Brott up is he's got 2 items left. He's got 1, and he's got 1 loose left. So he knows he missed a key location. He just can't remember where.
Sawneyrath continues his check. He's hit that hard part of the encounter table with a lot of encounters. He's able to get away. 6 chests here. Is the Oxyale here? Canucks calling for Keylock Marsh. How about the 3rd ribbon overall? Sawney's 2nd.
Yeah, so if the key item isn't in here, Sawney is going to come out of this with 3 ribbons. If the Oxyale's in here, he's go-moding Earth, so he will miss a ribbon.
Brottster enters the Mirage Tower. He has already checked both of these floors. He can bypass these to get to the floating fortress. Sawneyrath taking on wizard vampires. He is low HP and he's firing lightning 2 and a mage staff. Watch out for this fight. There's 240 against one of them. Both. Oh, the other one of them goes. He's no access to life. He's got 3 black mages. That's what those sprites are. And he gets away with it.
No, Brock's raced this flag a couple of weeks now. So he knows that Titan Strobe is incentivized.
He does know.
He just thinks he's done it.
Canuck, live here on Speed Gaming 3 this beautiful Friday evening. April 3rd, 2020 in Week 3, 2020 Final Fantasy Randomizer Spring Tournament. The Founding Father is here, Canuck. There he is.
He is in chat. Sir, what is up?
Welcome, Zardia. He is the Founding Father of Final Fantasy Randomizer. Great to see you, sir. Honor and a pleasure. Sawneyrath has raided the top floor that has chests in the floating fortress, and he has not found the Oxyale.
Wow. So that leaves us with Earth and Keylock Marsh. Alright, folks, it's that time. It might be that time.
Ooh, Canuck, he got ambushed. He's gonna try to get away from these vampires, and he does. Avos, our tracker, this evening got away for Sawneyrath. What time is it, Canuck? What's coming up? You tell me.
Well, we're gonna leave a little surprise, but I think everybody see some Bless RNGs and some emotes for our great metal overlord.
Zardia right on top of it, as well as Avos, and here they come, flooding in from the chat. What is that enemy on the left side of the screen? That is some airs and gray, nah. The airs are gone.
I don't see what you're driving at here.
It's a gray, got a lot of HP, but not gonna be here anymore. On the Bridge of Destiny.
Ooh, the airs are unrunnable. Well, this looks kind of more like a fire air than anything else.
Plus, RNGs are out in chat. Do we see the death machine? We do not. It's metal slime for Sawneyrath. He's gonna pause on the encounter. He's gonna run. He doesn't have nuke. He doesn't have fire 3. He's got a mage staff though, and it might get it done. They're low HP. Oh, Sawneyrath couldn't steal one. He's probably gonna run, and he does.
Yeah, and he's gonna heal up, which is a smart idea here, because if Wormack shows up and gets the drop on you and lets go a nuclear, ooh, baby.
There's that high HP, not gonna be here anymore for brottster. There's the death machine! 1 hour, 14 minutes! He's gonna take the fight. He's got Will in the top slot, he's gonna defense, and he's gonna buff up Will in the katana. Wormack unloads and knocks out brottster. He's down to 3 warriors. Now Sawneyrath gets to attack, and he goes to round 2. More defenses and more tempers into Will. It is the death machine for Sawneyrath, and he gets initiative better. There's a nuke from Wormack! Oh no!
That nuke. That is gonna be your issue.
Simple Sarah says it in chat. Brutal.
And they are unrunnable.
Okay. Ribbon was in the 6th chest on the last chest floor. That was it, right? That's all we really saw in here, I think.
Yeah. There was really not much. So I don't know why Sonny would be in the greater than less than room at the moment.
Yeah, I'm not sure. If there was something in here, I missed it. Or maybe he...
Definitely wasn't an iron shield.
Is this panic? Is this still?
Maybe he didn't check this before. He might have skipped right by it.
brottster has made his way to the Star Room. Sawneyrath has opened the door for brottster, whom he is leading right now. Not only in progression, but in... Well, actually, they're pretty even in progression, but in gear and levels. And
I think this tail is going to make the difference.
the tail, yeah.
Definitely going to make the difference.
So we do know that the ribbon is on the last floor. Does Sawney remember? Is he tilted? Does it bother him? We've touched on it twice during this match now. We are nearing the 1 hour, 20-minute mark, Canuck. I asked you what squishy meant. Look what happened.
You just saw Squishy. That was super squishy. But then again, how many nukes are you going to come across in Sky Tower? Maybe 2?
Well, we've already got 1 on Warmack. We know there are 3 in the pool. Warmack shares a pool, of course, with the Fiend Revisited Fights. There are 3 total. One of them, at least one, was on Warmack, and this is a high HP grade. Not gonna be here anymore.
Yeah, I think if they hit, and if he hits another Warmack, I'm not sure if he's at these levels. Don't think either of these runners are going to be able to survive a Warmack encounter at this point.
Also, in the back of brottster's mind, might be his idea as he clears this floating fortress. He skipped out on that ice cave, Canuck. Sawney did it. So he's got more stuff to deal with.
Yeah, that is true. That is true as well. And I mean, would you go check what you left in ice before going to Earth?
Well, he's already checked the first floor of Earth, and you have to do Earth anyway. So, rod in hand, I would think Earth first before you backtrack. If you, and I'm a king of this, if you decide not to do something, you go the whole way. You can't be backtracking in the middle, because that's why you made the play in the beginning for whatever reason you did. Whether it's spells, whether it's your opponent, whatever it is, you go with it, you stick with it.
Yeah, but
don't give me this Olay stuff.
Normally, when I make a play, it's the wrong play. If I decide to skip a chest, you know there's going to be something there.
You get in front of the ball. Don't give me this Olay. Those wizard vampires, I believe brottster's on a very similar encounter table. I think it's the same one. But with so many steps throughout this dungeon, Canuck, it's possible that he misses the Warmack with Nuke?
Nope. And we have Edge, Stream, and Cardi in chat. They get the reference.
Edgeworth, 2018 Final Fantasy Randomizer Spring Tournament Champion, is getting what me and Canuck are laying down. And Sawneyrath continues to check these chests. He wasn't paying attention.
No, he skipped this room in order to do the other room first, and then he never came back.
Okay, I thought he did the left side. There's the ribbon pickup for brottster. That's his third.
Yeah, newsflash. That ain't gonna help you against a nuke. But there's the best sword that a thief can equip pre-promotion.
Dragon Sword, Rune Sword, Coral Sword are really the swords that are equipable. Sure, you got your daggers and such. Unless you're Angry Canuck and a silver dagger against Gary, I wouldn't use those. Canuck. Okay. Brott's gonna come through here. He's gonna get the information. He's gonna clear. He's not gonna find the Oxtail. He knows he doesn't have the tail. He's automatically gonna start doing math. So there's Marsh, there's Earth. Does that lead him back to the tail? Potentially? In Titan?
Well, I think Brott right now is struggling with himself. Because he knows there's one loose, and there's 2 items left. So he knows he missed an incentivized check somewhere. He is just not sure of where at the moment. So he's racking his brain while he's going through here, trying to figure out what he missed.
Sawneyrath headed back. He's going to pick up his second ribbon. Brottster has 3. That third one is located on the first floor of the Earth Cave. If I was to think, Sawneyrath will head there after this, if he can get through it, and start that check and probably pick up his third. The big story right now, Sawneyrath is promoted with a katana. He's been that way for a while. Brottster is not. But Brottster is now closing in on the Bridge of Destiny. Sawneyrath perished here to Warmack. And this is the encounter table. It was a metal slime fight right there. Oh boy. It was a nacho. Oh, okay. Canuck, you want it?
I don't know. He's got a long run here.
I think it's the same one. It's close on steps. Oh, he got away with it.
Oh, he made it through. Let's see if Sawneyrath burns an encounter on this floor.
Different routing. Brottster gets away with not seeing Warmech and his nuke. Tiamat against Brottster trying to light his second orb. Tiamat hits for 94 damage, but Brottster fires off his tempers into his dragon sword wielding thief.
I'm a little scared of this fight. I'm not sure if all the tempers in the world are going to make a dragon sword get through this.
Edge Figaro pointing out in chat, Brack was not bought by Brod. I believe it was level 4. It was 1,500 gold in black magic. Sawneyrath is on the Bridge of Destiny. He runs into the Naochos. He's closing in on Tiamat. Both players going to try to take on Tiamat and light their second orb.
Ooh, 4 hits 529 from the dragon sword. I stand corrected.
Brack from Brottster. Ineffective. He's got it on Alan. That's his main black mage. In the second slot. Quadex from Brottster. Ineffective.
Sonny made it to the bridge. No Warmech.
Fire 2 from Tiamat. We've got simultaneous fiend fights for the second orb. Brottster with the dragon sword. 434 is not enough. Quadex, I gotta think here. We'll do it. Broken into pieces from Sawneyrath. Sawneyrath showed you how to do it. He passes Brottster now. I was smooth. Wow.
That dragon sword doing work. Both of our runners, 2 orbs lit. Not quite go mode.
Still missing the Oxiel. Odds are it is in the Earth Cave. Brottster has checked the first floor, but he has not checked Marsh Cave at all. Sawneyrath has cleared it except for Keylock. Brottster staring at his screen again. So he's going to figure out where to go next.
He's trying to think, did he miss a fetch? Is there something he forgot to turn in? He can't get that one piece to piece it together.
He is not headed to the Ice Cave. He is not headed towards the Titan Tunnel. He's going to Earth. I think this is the right play.
Yeah, I mean, if he might be banking on too that the whatever he missed is not required, which we know it isn't.
Sawneyrath's going to pick up his third ribbon. Brottster can dig deeper. He's already done this. He gets ambushed by tarantulas. He should be able to get away pretty quickly.
Yeah, the spiders are starting to run away, so...
There's that third ribbon for Sawneyrath. Remember, Brottster did not finish the Ice Cave. He left. He did what I would have done. That's a potential problem for Brot.
Well, we know it's not gonna be, because he's gonna find the Oxyale, but... He doesn't... Oh, unrunnable airs on the trap tile.
Question from chat. Is Tiamat considered a dragon? Yes. Is, I believe, oh gosh, I want to say a 10% damage boost for a dragon sword to be melee attacking a monster in the category, there it is, in the category of a dragon, that's the Oxiel.
And Brot's warping. He's not checking another chest. Makes me wonder why he's leaving, though.
I don't know.
Has he remembered about the ruby?
No.
No, he's going to Sky right away. He's leaving Earth to go mode.
He's got...
I hope he doesn't think that tail is loose. What if he thinks that tail is loose right now?
Let's go put him behind.
He's gonna full clear C.
I talked with Brottster about 20 minutes before this match. He knows the Toulouse and the Canal. We went through it again. We do it every week. Same thing.
I can't think of any other reason that he would have left Earth.
Potential benefits? Canuck, your weapon? Your favorite weapon? Maybe?
He took down Tiamat with a dragon sword. I'm pretty sure he can get rid of Lich.
Okay.
But hey, I'm not running this seed. I rolled it, but I'm not running it.
Once again, welcome to Speed Gaming and its family of networks. Coming up tomorrow, April 4th, 10 a.m., starting out early, that's in the Eastern Time. Kiyu Kitsuki takes on Karant. 11 a.m. and ends an hour after that. Sketchy Metal against Devio XS as brottster now enters the Sea Shrine. A little bit later on tomorrow, Saturday, Canuck, Lord of the Synth against the Enforcer, Falconic. Great matchup, 4 p.m. Eastern. Yeah.
Yeah, I believe I'm calling that one, actually.
You are. I do have you on my notes for that. Brottster's going to the Mermaids. Brottster is looking for that tail.
He's gotta think that tail is loose. Or, since he knows he can't find the tail, he wants an endgame weapon. He needs that Mazza. That's the only thing that's gonna save Brott if he doesn't get the tail for promotion.
Sawneyrath is taking these unrunnable air fights. He's right around level 24 right now. So he's going to slow it down without having his Oxiel yet. He will pick that up. It's on the next floor eventually. Brottster again headed towards the Mermaids. Let's see if he goes there first and warps back. That is what he's doing.
He's checking all the chests.
Checks one.
I can only think he lost track of loose items.
Sawneyrath leaves the Earth Cave, saves up. He's going to dig deeper. On the next floor is his Oxiel. He does not want to deal with the spiders and tarantulas. He resets.
Because, I mean, once Sawny grabs the Oxiel, pure go. You're not going to see him open another chest, because he's ready.
As the voice of the undefeated Hangry Canuck representing the Great White North of Canada. Right here live on the Speed Gaming family of networks. Brottster on the right side of your screen, also representing the Great White North of Canada. The voice you hear right now is the infectious Wikliosis. I represent Northern Michigan and the Upper Midwest. On the left side of your screen, Brottster's opponent, Sawneyrath, representing Central Southern United States. It's a battle of all of North America and everywhere and all over the place tonight live.
And Edge has got the Canadian flag out.
Question from chat from Edge Figaro. What level is Nuke? Very late. Very late.
Nuke was level 8, yeah. Yeah, you won't... Well, now, see, here's the issue. You're gonna need hit points on those black mages. Because right now, one nuke and you're gone. It don't matter. So, at this point, I mean, what do you do? Do you risk it? Oh, well, we found something. Fairly useless, but it's there.
Brottster has picked up the Game Changer. The Vorpal, the Crit Machine, the beautiful, beautiful blue sword. Can only be equipped by one Light Warrior, and that is the Ninja, and these two silly party draft that they have. Access to a katana might just be, the Vorpal might just go on the wall. Like a talking piece, you bring people over and you say, hey, look what I got, sort of thing. I think that's what's going to happen right here.
Yeah, you know, it's not really sharp enough to cut themselves on, so you give it to the kids to play with, and they wouldn't hurt themselves.
Talk it, get crit, Canuck. USA, USA. Sawneyrath has picked up his Oxiel. We are again trying to light it on our tracker. Sawneyrath enters go mode. We're going to call it the 90-minute mark, and he's starting to step on it. 2 more orbs to go. No healing magic, no type of life. These players did it to themselves. I had nothing to do with it. Canuck, you rolled it.
I had nothing to do with the party comps. I told him, black magic's bad, don't blame me.
Brottster with the Vorpal. He's now raided the Mermaids. He's going to re-enter. Look at him stare again. No, he's going to bring up. He's going to continue with the 4 warriors. Sawneyrath digging deeper in the Earth Cave. What? Did you see that? Did you see something over there? Avos? Anybody?
Nah, it's probably just a pothole. We got them all over the place up here.
Okay. Brottster is going to continue his full clear of the Sea Shrine. He's headed left towards Kraken. Sawneyrath is starting to step on it. I can't think he checks it in more chess. We are missing a particular weapon in this game that the Canuck has been waiting for 1 hour, 31 minutes, and 33 seconds. Is that just a luxury right now?
For Sawney,
Katana?
it is.
You think? You're
For
right.
Brock, it's required if he doesn't have the tail. Because he's going to have no damage to deal anything. And like I said, if one Quad X comes out, or one Zap, or one Nuke comes out and gets rid of all his Black Mages, you're going with a solo, unpromoted Thief. Even Will Bloodwork would have trouble with that one.
Sawneyrath initiates the fight with Lich, a very colorful Lich, trying to light his third orb. Lich gets initiative, goes after Brott. Zap from Sawneyrath. Dual zaps are both ineffective. Sawneyrath knows what Cleos is on this match. Another zap is no good. Round 2 for Sawney. Katana, 276. Lich has perished.
One orb left. Meanwhile, brottster making his way down towards his third orb.
Watching very intently on the right side of that screen. I've almost gotta think it's required for Brott here, just like Canuck said.
Right now, the Masmon's the only weapon that's actually going to give Brott any damage at this point in time.
Brottster is in go mode, but he is not ready.
To be quite honest, Sawney's not ready either.
He's more ready, but he's not ready.
But he's not ready.
Brottster bypasses some chests he's starting to step on, and he's headed towards Kraken. Sawneyrath is going to be able to do this a lot faster, given his party composition. He also took some levels against those vulnerable heirs in the first floor of the Earth Cave. Coming up on Sunday, April 5th, more round 3 action here. The Encore. It is Super Pleb against Asher. It's going to be 10 p.m. Eastern Time, Sunday, April 5th, right here on the Speed Gaming family of networks. Also 7 p.m. Eastern on Sunday. Defending champion Crab Cakes against Ragnarok, a battle of 1-on-1s.
Yeah, that's going to be a tremendous battle right there.
Speaking of another battle, also on Sunday, the third and final match, actually in the afternoon, 1:30 p.m. Eastern Time, the immortal Will Bloodworth takes on Magius, the author of the Magius Passage, which is extended open progression right by the Northwest Castles. Magius' idea, and he made that happen. It's a game mode that's used very often here in Final Fantasy Randomizer. Bloodworth, Magius, 1:30 p.m. Eastern, Sunday, April 5th, right here, Speed Gaming family of networks, as brottster takes on Kraken.
Just a lot of defenses, fast and tempers. Hoping that Dragon Sword's going to put in work. Ooh, unrunnable lobsters.
Same strategy brottster used against Tiamat with that Dragon Sword. With all the tempers, I'm especially interested to see what brottster does after this without that tail.
Ooh, and that was not much of a shot from Kraken. There's no need to worry about his punching power.
Brottster switches to Brack. He doesn't need it. 5-12 from brottster. Sawneyrath just motoring through the Sea Shrine. Look at this. He's already basically caught up to Brott. He's on the floor that he was just on.
Well, this will be Sawney's 4th orb. But is he ready?
Sawneyrath attacks Kraken. 5 hits for 80. Sawneyrath fires Brack into Kraken, and it hits! Broken into pieces. Sawneyrath is on fire. Lights his 4th orb. Nothing. I don't think anything can stop him right now. But is he ready? I think he's gonna go for it.
Tover's gonna stop him. Cold. Guaranteed. I mean, he's got defense, he's got power bonk. And it looks like Brock made his mistake, Will. Look at this.
Fill in the fans, Canuck. 1 hour, 36 minutes, what brottster's about to do, and what this means.
Brottster is about to grab his tail. This means promotion, this means katana. This means Brot's actually got a shot.
Once again, thank you to our tracker Avos, the 2-1 Avos Ruin. Playing so well in this tournament already. But to light up the tail, it's stuck. We're trying to get it to go for it right now. Brottster now has what it is that he needs. However, at 1 hour 37 minutes, Sawneyrath enters the Temple of Fiends. Bypasses the Black Orb, he's going to dig deeper in the Temple of Fiends. What is he going to do, though?
I like the play, but I honestly don't like his levels. One nuke and you're pretty much wiped out. One nuke and you're stuck with a thief.
Does this open the door for Brottster? Brottster's match last week against Ragnarok. Ragnarok had him on the ropes. He had Brottster on the ropes. And he opened the door. Brottster walked right through it. Never looked back. Sawneyrath unlocks the last open door. After using the loot, he is now 2,000 years in the past. He's going to try to save the world and take out Chaos and win this match. Once again, the winner moves on to 3-0. A potential date with a Cheesinator. Maybe a hangry Canuck in their future. Can Sawneyrath make it?
It's gonna come down to RNG, Fiends, and turn order.
Will Bloodworth again joining us. He says he wouldn't try this. I would. Canuck, you're 3-0. We aren't. You're saying no, or you're saying yes?
Yeah. I honestly, as Trenton pointing out in chat, I would give it a go, because who knows, you might come across Fiends that are easy, and hey, you clear it. But I mean, I'd say this dive has a 5% chance to work.
I didn't catch, Avos, if you caught it, please let me know, or anybody, maybe Trenton or Zardia. You get spell charges in the ninja?
Brot is the best. He dropped the Vorpal in the volcano. He wins.
Nonsense.
He wins. Game
Nonsense.
over.
This is nonsense, Mazmooney. Did Sawneyrath get charges on the ninja? I don't know.
But there's really nothing to get on the ninja. Fast temper,
Okay.
nuke,
Saber.
everything good.
Saber.
What level? Oh, Saber's level 3.
Yeah, Power Gauntlet, yeah, okay. Sawneyrath, now on the fire floor, about to initiate the fight with Carry 2. Especially with this type of party, this is where things can get a little bit dangerous.
Rot now heading for his final dungeon, or if he can go mode this, so. 7 hits, 190. I don't like that shot.
No access to life magic, and only heal pots. Brottster resets, he re-enters the Earth Cave. Sawneyrath fires Ice 3 into Carry 2. This is chip damage, 70, 36. An attack from the Katana for 378's not enough. Another chip from Ice 3. Carry fires back. 6 is 271, he lost the ninja. Oh boy.
Yeah, it's yeah. I don't know. Carrie's got a lot of HP and likes to swing.
1 hour 40 minutes, round 2 for Sawneyrath. He's going to take a second shot. Meanwhile, Brottster's starting to close the gap. He's going to light his third orb. Sawneyrath gets ambushed. Oh. You gotta reset. The 2 pots. I think you gotta reset here. That is a way. You can't use those resources.
Maybe he's gonna grind. Because this is the grind tile right here. If you're gonna grind, that's where you're gonna grind.
Sawney wants to win. He's not gonna do it. He unlocks the last open door again.
I have to agree with chat. I think he's just throwing time away here.
I'm with Sawney. Let's do it. You're here to win. Let's go for it. I don't go more than 3. Anyone who's ever heard of a famous match that was almost exactly a year ago, I go 3 shots, and if I don't, time for plan B. You had your match just the other day, Canuck. I think you got through on your 4th shot, wasn't it?
Topher lit match rolled me nuke twice. I mean, Chaos just double crit me through max evasion to kill me the first time. So if Topher is rough, if Chaos is, say, you know, high absorb, and he's got a lot of hit points, I don't think you can do it with a thief.
Storyteller Trenton GL in chat pointing out the slimes that you did as well, Canuck. Maybe that's after this. We'll see. Meanwhile, Brottster's closing in on his 4th orb. Sawneyrath trying to get back to where he perished on that fire floor. Takes out Lich.
And I mean, Carrie is swinging, but I mean, we haven't even seen a spell list. If he comes out with Nuke, I mean, you're pretty much wiped. No one's surviving.
4 nuclears in the spell pool. Slow 2, Cure 4, Ice 3. Skill pool. Swirl. Tornado. Fire Elemental Inferno. All those in there.
Sacrifice.
2 more nukes in the pool. We know Warmack had one. Carrie took out Sawneyrath last time. Sawneyrath's going to try to get revenge on Carrie 2 now. Temper gets up for Sawneyrath. There's Lightning 2. Sawneyrath gets a free round. He's got 3 ribbons. Gets a couple tempers off. There's the attack from the katana after a couple tempers. 5 hits for 545. The fast didn't get off. He's got to survive this round too. He wants all 4 warriors. Initiative to Will. Will takes out Carrie.
Meanwhile, Brott is just about to enter TOFR. Not in as good a shape as Sawney.
No. He's got 92 heal pots. Brottster. No life and no healing magic. He is going in with 92. Maximum is 99, plus you can get more, but you can only get to 99 right now. I don't know about that. Sawneyrath is now on the water floor. Brottster's going in. It looks like he might be going for it. We'll see what happens when he sees the metal slime tile. Sawneyrath hugging the wall, not incrementing his step counter. Veteran move from the undefeated Sawneyrath. Trying to move on to 3-0 on a potential date with Canuck.
These listeners are not letting him go.
There's 9 bad men for Brottster. No access to nuke. There's the chance to strike first against metal slimes. Brottster passed on it. He's diving. Sawneyrath is in the corridor. 1 hour, 44 minutes. He's going to take on Kraken 2. Canuck, near you, buddy.
Go for it, man. I'm on the edge of my seat.
Kraken 2 against Sawneyrath and his questionable party. Everyone's fighting about whether or not they would do this or not. Kraken obliterates Avos. Oh my gosh, 1100 damage. But he gets some tempers off and he gets attacked. 1 hit, 94 from the katana. That is big trouble. He's moving on to lock. Kraken obliterates Brottster. He's down to 2 warriors. Kraken absolutely in control of this fight. Oh no. Another lock.
I think it's over.
Sawneyrath gets the lock off. Easy to hit. Damage poison from Kraken comes out. Kraken's messing with Sawneyrath. Brottster's on the earth floor on the right side of your screen. He gets a 3rd lock off. Can the katana do it? 311 does not. There's Earth Elemental crack. Sawneyrath steals one. He's still on with 2 warriors. Kraken just blasts Will. Sawneyrath perishes.
There's the Kraken we like to see. Hitting like a truck.
Sawneyrath re-enters. Keep an eye on that. We'll see if he goes to the metal slimes. However, for the first time all match, Brottster is going to try to go undefeated to 3-0. He wants that date with Angry Canuck. He's in the lead.
But, I mean, I can't see Brock faring any better.
Oh, no.
I just can't. Tiamat, this Kraken is just going to come up, take those tentacles, slap the taste out your mouth, your lips will be flopping all on the floor. There's none you can do.
Sawneyrath passes on the metal slime tile and is going to dig. After that.
I don't agree. You gotta grind. I mean, because you're just going to beat your head off a brick wall here.
Brottster taking on Carrie 2. Carrie 2 took out Sawneyrath on his first dive. Sawneyrath is now on his 3rd dive. Brottster's lost Alan. He's down to 3 warriors. Strikes with the katana. 9 hits, 441. Carrie takes out another one. Brottster's sticking with it.
I mean, it's not likely. It's possible. Brock's got to reset and grind because, I mean, he's at Carrie. He's already lost 2.
Yeah.
He doesn't know what he's... we know what he's coming up against. Question in chat. Sar, no. No white shirt, no defense. He's got a defense sword. The only source of defense we have. And you're not going to have time to get it up before Kraken completely blows you out of the water.
I have a question for chat. Raise your hand if you think brottster stands a chance of getting through Kraken 2. Anybody? He's got a defense sword is the only thing I can think of, but does anybody think that out there?
Kraken is going to come out first round, blow up Brott like you've never seen. I'm calling it now.
Yeah, everyone's saying 0% and absolutely not. I've got to agree. This is
control the defense sword up, but he's still going to slap you back to the Stone Age.
There's that opening damage poison from Kraken 2 into brottster. 2 ribbons going to help me. Gets up another defense.
Good night. That's nothing.
Oh, welcome to Final Fantasy Randomizer live here on Speed Gaming 2020 Spring Tournament. It's the games. brottster is going to take some levels. It's the 3rd spring tournament for Final Fantasy Randomizer. Canuck, me and you've been here for all 3. It's been great. Absolutely fantastic. And great to finally work with you. Just me and you.
Yeah, it's great. It's always a good time when working with you, Will, and Navos. And everybody here has just been great. All the trackers, all the comms. I mean, it's just been one phenomenal tournament. And we're only halfway done. Not even halfway, because you still got the bracket rounds.
brottster makes the move to get the levels. I wanted to say it earlier, but I've got to think that the player that does this first, significant advantage in this match. We'll see how that moves out. Should you be interested, you can hear this voice whether you're live right here on Speed Gaming or maybe later on YouTube. That's where I came from. Used to watch these all the time. Best place to start, FinalFantasyRandomizer.com. Links, games, all that sort of fun stuff to get you going. Or Canuck, there's some another thing that they can do. Do you want to tell the fans if they are interested in doing that, please?
Yeah, I believe you're talking about our Duckling program. If you would like to join our Discord, there is a Duckling program that they will take you through the intricacies of the game. You can go at easy seeds at your pace. Who knows? Next year, this could be me and Will calling your match. Hyping you up like no tomorrow.
Yeah, talking about players that don't always get talked about. Isn't that nice? Yeah. Actually, in Sawneyrath's first Final Fantasy Randomizer match, the initial new player initiative program. It was against Neon Grey, Saint Von Jester, back then in September 2018. Original member of the original Duckling program, which just preceded us. Just came after us. We preceded it when we joined with Final Fantasy.
Yeah, we joined the early stages.
Mm-hmm.
But here is Kraken again, so I have a feeling someone's getting a slap in the teeth.
Sawneyrath attempting to adjust. He's already perished.
There's no adjusting. Well, there's no adjusting. I mean, come on. Kraken's not even trying. Kraken's probably reading a book, drinking a cup of coffee, taking a tentacle pack.
Okay, now Sawneyrath gets a fast off, and he's got some defenses up. Well, now this can work. Damaged poison gets through.
One swing. Done. Oh, we got to evade now.
Damage poison and crack are Kraken's first. Oh. Radioactive.
That don't help.
1,000 damage from Sawneyrath. Oh gosh. Are you kidding me?
Nuclear, and he hits like an absolute truck.
Okay. So it's damage poison, crack, nuclear. It's a 4 skill list, fans. They have 4 of them. I didn't see any spells. Did you see a spell?
He doesn't need spells.
Okay. It's a 4 skill list. He will cycle through. It looks like he likes to use them. It's damage, poison, crack, nuclear. I gotta think that Sawneyrath is gonna go to the metal slimes. He is not.
The only thing I can think of that would make Kraken do worse is if you hit him 2 or 3 times and you're beating on him, Cure 4 comes out. Just walk away. Walk away. Can you make an adjustment to this, Will, without going to level 50?
No.
Even at level
I'm going
50,
straight to
you're
50.
not getting through.
After the second nuclear. That's what told me right there.
I mean, we haven't even come across Tiamat or Chaos themselves.
Yeah.
You're just at step 1 here. There's 2 and 3 left to go. See if Barat. He's going. No, he's gonna check the chests here. Neither of them have yet, so that's a good play. Yeah, I gotta lead me to believe. I don't know what these runners are thinking at the moment.
Sawneyrath was pulling out the brack, attempting to brack Kraken. It's about, I think it's 5.8% is the shot to do that and break him into pieces, Kraken 2. Like that play.
Okay,
But even if you get through...
Let's take it as logically. Brack, 5.8%. Kraken swing, 100%. There's no math involved. And I mean, look, we haven't even seen if Lich has anything yet, and this is our, 5th fight.
Thank you, Trent. Sawneyrath with a dive. Take on Lich 2. brottster with a dive, about to take on Lich 2. 1 hour 53 minutes.
I hope you people got your popcorn and your drinks, because don't think you're going anywhere for a while.
So thank you to Avos. Avos Ruin. He's got all that beer on ice right behind us, Canuck, keeping us nice and refreshed.
Canuck actually hasn't touched a drop tonight.
Carry 2 for Sawneyrath. Carry 2 took out Sawny earlier, but Sawny's made the adjustments. He's an attack. Right into Will, went right after that ninja.
I mean, yeah, it's still coming down to Kraken punching you. And you know he's gonna punch you. Look, there goes Canuck.
Yeah, going after Canuck. Went after the undefeated one. Carry 2, knowing what to do. Carry 2 goes down.
I think you're next, Will. I have a feeling you're next.
I think you're right. The guy not in the tournament. If you're brottster here, Canuck. Mazmoon, look for these chests on Carrie's floor? Do you even consider
at
that?
this point? Yeah, I'm gonna be quite honest here. I don't think the Massa would help them right now.
No?
Because you're not getting a chance to fast and put defenses up before Kraken's wiping you out.
Okay, how about these chests for over white shirt? Don't have it. Yeah?
Yeah. And again, we've seen Kraken swing. You need to get at least 2 or 3 shots of evasion off. Because if you only get 1 shot off, he's still gonna just demolish you. Yeah, and like Lord Zerman says in chat, he's got over 1,000 HP. That's not easy to do with a katana in a short amount of time.
Fast brack. Kraken 2 for Sawneyrath. Round 3. We're making notches in the wall.
I have a feeling Avos is going to get the taste slapped out of his mouth here in a second.
Damage poison from Kraken.
See, that's a Kraken next to get some defenses. But I don't think it's going to give you enough time to get a good weapon up.
Temper gets off. If Crack comes, it'll miss. 11 hits. Brottster's gone. Their temper from Sawneyrath into Will. Kraken, you can't be doing that, Avos. Go to bed. It's Will and Kraken. Kraken misses. Will starts the assault. 574. We know he has over 1,000 hit points. 314. Crack misses. We know nuclear is next. Kraken misses Sawneyrath. Can Sawneyrath do it? 584 is still not enough. Kraken misses again. This is going to give us an idea of HP. That's 584. That was 1,800 at minimum. Or at top, I think.
No, that was yeah, he had 3 shots of 1,500 and one was about 200. So yeah, at most 1,800 HP. But now he's got a solo thief. He's got 2 fiends to go. He's got a defensor and a power bomb. And no, good luck.
Fire 3 against Tiamat. A second defense off for Sawneyrath. If he does a third one, he will be max evade cap, and he does. Stun misses from Tiamat. Tiamat's starting to dig deep into that spell list. Tiamat crits through max evasion. Sawney's getting knocked. Tiamat misses this time though. Sawneyrath continues to cast the Saber spell with the Power Gauntlet. Tiamat misses again. Sawneyrath begins the assault with Will. That's 523. Quadax misses from Tiamat. Sawneyrath attacks again for only 169 after one hit. Lightning 2 is a free round. Sawneyrath attempts to capitalize on it. 535 is good. I'm tired of being who you want me to be, says Sawneyrath. He's closing in now on the Shrine of the Ultimate Fiend.
And Brott's at the Kraken now, facing the Wrath here. Going for a cheeky quad X. No.
Sawneyrath has made it to the Shrine. He's got one warrior, defense sword, ribbon, power gauntlet. It's all on his cowboy. Sawneyrath initiates the fight. 1 hour, 57 minutes gets initiative, and the defense gets off. Chaos only hits once for 52. Sawneyrath gets another one off. Stop misses from Chaos. This is for undefeated. Rub misses. Sawneyrath starts to cast Saber on himself again. He hits another one. He's got the Katana. 67 damage from Chaos. Now Sawneyrath is evade capped. There's a nuke from Chaos. Down to 12 HP. Sawneyrath has got to attack now. Now. He's got to do it now. Chaos misses. Sawneyrath is going to heal to try to protect himself from like a Lightning 2. He's going to heal again. Fire 3. Perishes Sawneyrath.
And Brott is grinding on lobsters.
It's a nuke. He's got a nuke.
You might as well resign to the fact that every time you get to Chaos, you're gonna have one person.
Sawneyrath refuses to give in. We're nearing the 2 hour mark. Is this the Metal Slimes? He doesn't really have anything to take him out with. He doesn't have the fire. Did either player go get nuke? It's a little late. It's in Lefane? Okay.
No one bothered with nuke.
Sawneyrath is gonna dive again. Let's bring Avos in here. Avos, are you with us, my friend?
Yeah, I'm here.
You got the popcorn and everything all buttered up? Cause I might be here for a while.
Oh man, you know, Canuck's not the only one who had Topher problems this week.
Okay.
I also had a few wipes of my own.
Okay, and were you successful in this match?
I was.
Okay.
I similarly had bad luck, but it was a punchy Tia 2 instead. But you know, every time I wiped, I was making more adjustments than Sawneyrath was, and you know, I just think at this point, I feel like brottster's got the better chance. You know, recognizing what he's got isn't good enough.
If you would have seen that nuke and you were Sawneyrath, Avos, you obviously have a little bit of experience with that recently. Are you going to 50 because of that nuke? Knowing you can get there, you got there once, you can get there again, but you got to battle a nuke and you know it's coming.
I mean, I don't know if I would go to 50, but I would definitely want to get enough that, you know, the ninja can definitely survive one of them, and then maybe some chip damage from other spells, because Chaos clearly had a few others as well. A white shirt might also be really good. Give the black mages a better chance of surviving against those Kraken punches.
How about you, Canuck? You see the nuke from Chaos. What are you doing?
Not forfeit. You got a level, that's all you can do. I mean, you'd like to see your black mages get over 400 HP if you can. Because then you know you're going to survive a nuke, even a max roll nuke. But other than that, I don't know what more you can do.
Even if you can get there with a couple of black mages or even just one, do you consider Brack? It's been done. Believe me, I've done it. Falconic's done it.
Might be Hail Mary play it safe.
Has done it.
I mean, oh, there goes Canuck again.
Oh, look at brottster. He's going to Lefane.
If this T-Rex is off the power cycle...
Nuke. Let's nuke.
I think it is. I think Brott knows it. Nuke must be here, that's why Brott's coming back.
Sawneyrath is back on the water floor. 2 hours, 2 minutes. Both
Still
players
don't see how
won.
Nuke's playing on you.
It's a grind. Oh, I never say that word. Oops. It's a taking a bunch of fights. There's the nuke. Did he?
Only had enough for one.
He only had one. Burns off an encounter. He needs more money. He wants more money.
He wants a second nuke, I think.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Sonny's gonna fail again. He's down to 2 already. He's not even at Kraken yet. It doesn't look good for you, Will. Yes, Ardia, I rolled a doozy. But this wouldn't be a doozy with a right party.
Sawneyrath down to 2 light warriors. Against a dirty Kraken 2, who's got over 10 hits.
Alright, here comes Poison first round, and Will's taking a good shot.
It's a fast and a defense off. There's the damage poison. I don't think he's got that ribbon on the top one. I don't think it's gonna matter either. Temper. Got through the crack. If he can hit here and he can hit... Nope, he's gonna temper.
He's got max evasion on Will. There was Broad, so...
2 nuclears are in the chamber from Kraken 2. They're back to back. They're his next 2 skills. Instead, he's messing with Sawneyrath. Sawneyrath hits for 500. Kraken still continues to mess with Sawneyrath. Sawneyrath trying to get control of it. That's over 1,000. We know he's got around 1,800. Another hit from Sawneyrath for 5... Okay, that's 1,500. Sawney's through again. Was that a loop?
It must have been. I think it was a loop. Because he hit the same meld 3 times in a row.
Was it 512? Okay. It was a crit loop. We'll see if we can get to explaining a little bit more about that. You don't see it very often. Brottster's leaving the Lefane area. Sawneyrath's going to take on Tiamat 2. Sawneyrath took out Tiamat 2 earlier with turn order like he just got with a solo ninja.
Brott heading back in with some more levels.
Brottster re-enters the Temple of Fiends. He's got 3 nuke shots on that one. He's leaving. Power Gauntlet again for Sawneyrath. That stop misses. Sawneyrath begins the assault with the katana. 1 hit, 133. Again, 2 hits, 496. 1 more from Sawneyrath for 370 isn't enough. Tiamat misses. Tiamat misses again. Will attacks with the katana. 334 is good.
I don't like his chances still.
There's an RNG factor here. Fans, if you don't know what RNG is, it's random number generator. There is a chance, and there are chances. This is beatable. You can get your defenses up, and Chaos couldn't miss physically. Good luck. But it's very possible. 2 hours, 5 minutes and change. Sawneyrath, once again, gets... Okay. He got initiative and got a defense off. He gets a second one off. Chaos rub misses. There's a third one and a third defense. He now has max evasion. Power Gauntlet time. Watch out for the nuke. We know it's a spell. Chaos continues to miss. This is what we just talked about. There's the nuke from Chaos. He's down to 95 HP. He's gonna heal. There's the Fire 3. He can survive the Lightning 2s and the Ice 3s, but he's got to attack. He's got to attack now. Now. Rub misses. The nuke is gonna come back around. There's Zap. It misses. The Katana. 2 hits, 254. Sawneyrath trying to gain some traction. There's the Lightning 2. He's back down to 1 knee. 2 hits, 202. Sawneyrath trying to fight back. Chaos has fast. That's good. Sawneyrath with the strike of the Katana, 226. Sawneyrath starting to gain momentum. He's considering the Power Gauntlet. No, he's going to heal. There's the stop. Nuke is coming back around. It's coming back around. Oh, Rub misses. Another Katana strike, 195 and a critical hit. Chaos misses. Sawneyrath 219 after a critical hit, trying to go to 3-0. Sawneyrath with 3-1 and he does it. Sawneyrath is undefeated.
Wow, that was horrid. And Brock throws in the towel pretty much immediately.
Wow. He had to have that
Brottster.
low HP.
Brottster is actually going to skip the interview. And he did say he did forget about Titan's Trove the first way because the Grey Wolves. But what a race.
Sawneyrath moves on to 3-0. Brottster drops to 2-1 after a wow. They're talking. You see what they're talking about right now? Behind the scenes, we've got what we call a race room here, fans. It's over. It's run by Speedruns Live, and Sawneyrath just said, and I quote, "That was a battle of attrition, and I can't think of any better way to describe it."
Yeah, I mean, he kept at it. He knew he was getting loops. And he just, instead of grinding, figured, hey, maybe I'll get lucky one time. And he did.
We are working on getting Sawneyrath in. Of course, as the Angry Canuck has said, Brottster's had it. He is forfeited. He's just kind of having some fun right now. His heart rate can go back down. Sawneyrath is going to step into the a much-deserved restroom break real quick. And he will be right with us here, live on Speed Gaming. I guess he didn't need to go to the 50 that I thought, Canuck. Sawneyrath got it done. He's showing why he's undefeated.
Yeah, and I didn't think he was going to make it, but that defense sword and good turn order got him through.
We're going to go through some of the upcoming matches coming up and highlight some of them this great weekend as we start to close out week 3. Canuck, you said it earlier, we're about halfway through this 2020 spring tournament. 74 players that get to play, and great turnout. Things have been quite good for Final Fantasy Randomizer.
Yeah, and the field is deep. I mean, it doesn't matter what your record is, 2-0, 1-1, 2-1, 3-0. I mean, there's people everywhere. That's just, it's scary no matter what record you have at this point. Looks like Brock can give it another go.
Sawneyrath is on his way here. Yeah, Brottster's going to have a little bit of fun here. Brottster, longtime Final Fantasy Randomizer player. And we'd like to welcome to the booth our second undefeated player joining the Angry Canuck. Congratulations, Sawneyrath. You are 3-0.
Thanks, Will. My heart is racing after that chaos because I knew I had to race against that nuke timer coming around yet again. And I found a loop, for the most part, that worked. And then he started meleeing and I went, I got this. Everything is going to be okay. I'm not going to see that nuke again. And sure enough, I didn't see that nuke again.
Okay, Sonny, you died. Let's get you some hard numbers here. Brottster was the first in the air at 45 minutes. You were at 46 minutes, 1 minute apart. You picked up the floater in stereo, actually at the exact same time. You had gone different ways, but you both got it in the ice cave together. You were the first to enter the Temple of Fiends Revisited, 1 hour 37 minutes. Brottster was a little ways behind that with a much weaker party at that point in time. Your third perishment, I think it was your second perishment, excuse me, of course, was to Kraken 2. Brottster took the lead at that point. Back and forth as far as hard numbers. Avos, are you here?
I am here, yeah.
You had a question for Sawneyrath a little bit earlier in the match, not quite towards the end match here. Go ahead and ask our winner.
How did you feel after finding that unrunnable war mech with Nuke?
Ooh, so I saw Warmech. I saw it was unrunnable. The first word out of my mouth was crap. And from there it was, I need to buff. I need to make sure I can kill this. And sure enough, Nuke comes out, wipes my party. At that point, I am absolutely disheartened. I feel much more behind than where I was feeling before. And I go back in, forget where the defense sword is, as you may have noticed, forget where the second ribbon I picked up was, and then find both of those, go back in, and I'm like, alright, he's no Warmech. He's no Warmech. Thank God, no Warmech.
Sawney, no healing magic, no life. You guys did this yourselves. We talked before, but you did this. So there's other ways around that. White shirt. Neither player found it. Did you consider attempting to find that in your battle with Kraken 2?
I had thought about it, and then I went, I have the defense sword, I have the power bonk. Yes, Kraken 2 is evasive, but with the katana, I have a fairly decent chance of landing critical hits, and those crits are just going to break through that evasion and make Kraken 2 quite a bit easier. Boy, was I wrong. Especially with double nuclear in that pool.
At what point did you, or did you not, consider breaking off and saying, I gotta get some levels? And what would you have done had you done that?
I was thinking about going to get levels on the third wipe, and at that point, I think the third one was when I got to Chaos. And at that point, I went, okay, I know I can get to Chaos, so I'm going to go back in and get to Chaos. Had I gone back to go get levels, though, I would have gone to find the white shirt, and the only dungeons I hadn't full cleared at that point were Earth and Sea. So there would have been a good chunk of time lost. I wouldn't be able to say how much time, but that white shirt very well may have come in handy.
Brottster, meanwhile, is out of this match. He's had enough, so he's actually quite relaxed. He did forget, as Hank Canuck talked about earlier, the tail in the incentivized area of the Titan strobe, but he's having some fun here. He's moving on to Chaos. He's actually got two warriors standing. It is Alan and Brott. And we're going to go ahead and stick with this. We're going to go ahead and give Brott our respects here and see if he can get through this Chaos. We know that nuke is early. He likes to use spells. We didn't see too much else. But with two warriors and an option of fast that his opponent Sawneyrath did not have, we'll see if he can get through this.
Yeah, he's got to put that fast out early, though.
Turn order. Level 28 Ninja in the third slot. We're going to get to Sawneyrath. We're going to ask him about the Canucks' favorite weapon. We're going to ask him about the RNG loop momentarily.
Ooh, Alan got it fast.
Yeah. Lightning 3 and chip damage from Brott. Stop misses. It's a free first round for Brottster. We know that nuke comes very early. He's going to continue to defense up, and he does. Brack from Brottster is ineffective. There's the rub. We believe nuke is next. Power Gauntlet now for Brottster. Can he get through this? Another Brack is ineffective. There's the nuke. Alan survives. He's got 54 HP, but the ninja's down to 36, and he's in big trouble. Fire 3. He's down to 1 HP on the ninja and 17 on the black wizard. He's going to try to heal the ninja and pray. Heal staff from Brottster. Rub misses. Brottster's hanging in there. Zap misses. That's the ribbons. Time elemental misses. Look at the play from Brottster, still fighting. 414 from the ninja. Brottster trying to figure out what to do, trying to fight back from 1 HP in the ninja. 396 from the ninja, another heal pot gets out. Chaos strikes and takes out the black wizard. He's down to 1 ninja on his knee and down to 83 HP. Another attack with a katana, 2 hits, only 86, it did not crit. Chaos misses. Brottster attacks again, trying to finish this. 108 after a critical hit. Another one after turn order, 104 and a critical hit. Chaos misses again. Brottster, great play from Brottster here. Another strike with 177, and Brottster did it. Congratulations. He was down to 1 HP on the ninja and nothing on the black wizard. He still did it. I didn't think he stood a chance. I did. Hey, Avos, did you think he could make it?
Well, you know, we just saw Sawneyrath do it, so there was definitely the possibility.
He did it not with 1 HP. Wow.
I don't know what else there is to say about this seed. Sorry, Sonny.
What do you mean, Canuck? This was fun, minus level 8 Nuke and Lefane.
Tell me about RNG loops, Sonny.
Oh, so
Chaos misses again.
yeah, you noticed I was getting into a lot of RNG loops, and it was really, I had to start fishing for some of them. With Tiamat 2, that was relatively easy to do. Kraken 2, it was, let's fish for a loop that doesn't end up having abilities. And then Chaos, I needed to get through the spell pool to figure out what he had. And I knew Nuke was very early on,
you know,
but as soon as I found my loop on Chaos, with only the character standing and just holding down a attacking, everything ended up being okay.
Sorry,
It's
Sonny.
not entirely easy to find RNG loops, but if you can find them, they pay off heavily.
Okay, whoever's can you please mute the stream in the background? Thank you, it is coming through. Thank you, Sonny. The Hangry Canuck wants to ask you about his favorite weapon. Canuck.
Yeah, did you ever think about searching more chests for the Mazmun, or were you comfortable with the katana?
I'm very comfortable with the katana since it is the ninja's equivalent of a Vorpal. If I had found the katana, that would have been nice, but I probably would have lost crit rate over the katana. So it's one of those things that I could have gotten the more base damage and less crit trade-off for more crit, less base damage.
Once again, our winner was the left side of your screen. That was Sawneyrath, and that everything that he did to get through this with a solo ninja, Brottster was able to get it done as well afterwards. And that about pretty much wraps things up here live on Speed Gaming. We're going to go ahead and move on to final thoughts. I'm going to start with Avos. Avos, it wasn't as long as we thought it was, but thoughts on the match tonight?
Well, you know, sometimes when you draft your party, you end up with some crazy conditions that are kind of the real challenge of the seed.
The undefeated himself, the 3-0 Hangry Canuck, and a potential date, maybe with Sawneyrath. Final thoughts on tonight's match?
No, I have nothing. This was a pleasure to watch. Pleasure to work with you, Will, Avos, Speed Gaming, and GG Sonny. And I don't really want to meet you next week, but if I do, I think we'll have a pretty good time.
Is your heart back to normal yet, Sonny?
Oh, very much so. Oh my gosh. Let's see where I can start with thoughts. Canuck, if we do meet up, it's going to be a great race. I just need to remember not to run this party unless I'm drafted into it. I did set myself up for this disaster, and it didn't turn out to be as much of a disaster as I expected it to be. Brott, if you watch this back, GG's, my friend. You played really well. Sounds like you got the same loop that I did. And I'm looking forward to the 3-0 pool now.
Sonny, we had a conversation yesterday, and we talked about your preparation. You've been real quiet lately. Let's close this up with a little bit more about your preparation. What is that you're doing for this tournament? Can you give us a little bit of something?
I've actually been running a few seeds offline. There have been a few pickup races in the Discord that I've been running in, and even in some of those races, I'm running fairly wacky comps just to get myself used to running all sorts of different comps in case I do make it into brackets, and it's really starting to pay off.
Once again, thank you to brottster of Roadhouse. Great way to finish out that seed as well. Coming up tomorrow, it is 10 a.m. Eastern Time, Karant and Kiyu Kitsuki. 11 a.m. Eastern Time, Sketchy Metal against Devio XS. That's going to be right here on the Speed Gaming family of networks. Those are coming up tomorrow morning, also 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Great matchup. Teacher versus student. Gregory Puff, Burt Reynolds, 1 p.m. Eastern Time on Speed Gaming. A little bit later on, the Enforcer Falconic against Lord of the Synth. The Hangry Canuck will be bringing you that show. Also on Sunday, 1:30 p.m. Eastern Time. 2 days from now, the Immortal Will Bloodworth against the author of the Magius Passage, Magius. And in the Encore, 10 p.m. Eastern Time Sunday, Super Pleb against Asher. But right now, for Sawneyrath, brottster, Avos Ruin, the Hangry Canuck, and myself, I am the Infectious Wickliosis. We would like to bring you over to Speed Gaming 2. Stay right here. We've got Wab against Lord Fizzlebeef coming up in mere seconds as we remind you to revive the power of the orbs.